Well. We have some strangeness. That's a cue for my song. Thank you. We have some strangeness going on, and I wasn't going to stream. Then I saw the strangeness and said, okay, I think I might stream. And then, while I'm getting ready to stream... Hey, let me find it. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh my goodness, what in the world is this, man? It's so long. And then when I'm getting ready to stream, I find the crazy insanity. So we're gonna look at the stuff and things, and it's not gonna be that long of a stream as usual, thank goodness, because world, bruh. It's not gonna be as long of a stream as usual, because I'm gonna have to compact this because I got started at 10:30 p.m. Which is very, very strange for me. Boston says, Nick says, her live was crazy last night. Can you guys do me a solid? I want to find it. So what happened was, I have somebody that grabs Molly's videos, and they have all of them. So if Molly goes live or if Molly uploads it, they get the video. And then if Molly hides the video, then they'll put it unlisted, or they'll clip it so they can send me a few of the clips that happened so that I can tell you guys what happened. Now, here's the issue. Every once in a while when you upload a YouTube video, it will get stuck processing. And I'll be damned if I don't have a video in my room, my Molly room in my Discord, from my mod that downloads all the videos, and it's stuck. So we can't watch it. And I went over to her channel to try to look at it, and I can't find it. If you can give me the title of the video, then I'll know that I've got the right one. So last night, after I went off the air, I think after Nonsense went off the air, I guess there's a video of Molly like losing her shit. I need to find it. I want to watch. I want to play through it with you. So if you guys could help me get a hold of this video. Now here's the good news. While we'll have a little bit of time to find that video, because we've got a post from a person called Penelope. I went and checked, and this Penelope person uploads YouTube videos. So of course, because they upload YouTube videos, they are, you know, there's no question of whether we can discuss what's going on there. And we have a post from a community tab, I believe, or no, it's email. And it's the strangest, weirdest thing. It's called a truce offer. And it was sent to Nonsense by this person. Now listen, I am not a mean dude. People try to make me out to be this mean guy and all this garbage. And then when people come and watch my channel, they're like, oh, he's just a normal YouTuber. So I don't know if Penelope thinks that, I don't know if Penelope has the version of unirock that's reality, which is just me laughing, joking, and doing videos with you. Or if Penelope thinks I'm this monster. But inside of the truce offer, and here's a truce offer right here, truce offer, right? Please read truce offer. Inside of this truce offer, there is a mention of Nonsense and her friends, and the people that, you know, she hangs with or something. And basically, if this is meant, now when I think of Nonsense right at this moment, like at this time in history, for the rockAlot channel, you know, not necessarily unirock 2, but the rockAlot channel, Nonsense and I do very similar content. She was one of the only YouTubers out there that was calling out the Letitia fraud raiser, and then started to call out Molly's doxing. And Nonsense covers a lot of stuff that I don't cover, and then I cover things that Nonsense doesn't cover. So it ends up working out really good, and we both have completely different styles, and we both have completely different people that like to watch us. So I mean, it just works out. But if I look at everything I've ever seen Nonsense do, and every time she's live, I at least jump in for a little bit. If I didn't stream myself, if I didn't do my own thing, I'd probably be in there a lot more than I am. But I always check on what she's doing. The people that chill in my Discord, Navy and some of my mods, they watch, you know, everything they can of Nonsense's. I've never heard of Nonsense doing a single thing that is not just giving an opinion on what's going on. I have never once heard of Nonsense doxing, threatening someone, going at someone. Now, a day or two ago, across my desk comes a claim from someone named Penelope. And they're saying that Nonsense threatened them and that they're going to go to the police. So, of course, I had to read this threat. I even thought about doing a segment on it, right? So I go and read what Nonsense said. Nonsense did not say anything threatening or wrong. I read the whole thing, and it was basically just, oh yeah, well, I know what you're up to now, and I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna bring it up and stuff, and we're gonna hash this out, and we're gonna go at this. And none of it was any way should have been, especially when you have a YouTuber like Nonsense that's never done anything like that. Then you've got Nonsense, you know, the way Nonsense talks, she's never threatening. She is literally calling people out for it. She's telling people not to do it, not to get obsessive. I've heard all these things over and over and over from Nonsense. So for someone like Penelope to take what Nonsense said and flip out and act like Nonsense is threatening her, the first thing I think is that they are a troll. They're a troll. They're lying and they're bullshitting. And they are trying to frame Nonsense as doing something wrong so that they can threaten Nonsense, so that they can get what they want or something like that. Now, I let that go because I remember back during the Letitia fraud raiser, a person named Penelope. And they were floating around for a little bit, and then I heard this and I heard that, and that was it. Not going to go into it, of course, but anyway. The point is, this person seems to be extremely plugged in to what's going on. To the point, also, for some reason, they sit and complain about Nonsense and use all of Molly's talking points when they do it. If you ever hear Penelope do videos or what she's saying in her videos, right? Her basic point from what I've heard, and again, I haven't really watched it. I just heard, you know, people tell me what's there. But what I've heard is that she's just complaining. She's mad at the fact that Nonsense is doing the content that Nonsense is doing. Never plays a clip from Nonsense that I know of. Again, haven't watched her stuff. I've been told this. Doesn't play Nonsense's clips. Doesn't respond in a logical way. Doesn't give Nonsense the credence of, you know, following Nonsense's arguments or the point Nonsense is making. Instead, it's almost like they're just trolling. So when I see these claims, they're trying to turn Nonsense, literally just putting a community post out to her audience and turn it into a threat when it's clearly not. And then I know that that person has done this kind of weak-ass commentary that's just there to try to push some weird narrative or whatever. I don't believe that this person just emailed Nonsense a truce offer or what the hell ever. And then on top of that, this thing is like 20 pages long. It's like literally 20 pages long. Now, I'm not a mean person. But the other thing I'm not is I'm not stupid. I know what trolls like to do. I know they like to inject themselves into what's going on. I know that they want to just stand up and scream and wave their hands and say whatever they think they can say to get some attention or to get some recognition or to like maybe distract people for a little bit. And I know those people exist and we try to ignore them. So the whole goal right now is for me to figure out, is this person, a troll? Is this person these are bad sound effects. Is this person, are they a troll? Are they a viewer that's just like freaked out because they're lied to or something? Or is this person working for Molly? Is this person actually doing this because they're being told to or they're being manipulated into doing it? That's what we're going to figure out by looking at what we have here, which is a truce offer that was emailed to Nonsense, and it's very strange. I'm going to give you the first little bit of it, then I want to talk to my chat before we read through it, because again, it's kind of long, and I want you to tell me if you have a recording or if you know of a recording that shows Molly's completely massive freak out from last night that she's taken down, or if it's up, tell me what the name of it is, okay? Yes, heels in the air, good to see you, says a paid troll. I would almost even think that myself, exactly, because it just doesn't make sense. Let me give you the first paragraph. Make sure you tell me and my mods if you know where we can get this video of Molly freaking out. It's like really bad, okay? I have it right now. Can you get it to Navy, or can you get it to us somehow? I don't, or one of my moderators, I don't know. Is Navy in there? Yeah. Link up with Navy and he'll get it into me, okay? And Navy, I need it in the bottom of the Molly room, all right? Oh, Navy, are you in here?
Yeah, what's going on, Bubba?
Hey, man. Yeah, see if you can keep an eye out for me, because I really want to get this video. I've been hearing about it, and Nick says he has it, so we're going to see if we can get a hold of it, you know? How's vacation going, buddy?
It's going pretty good, man. Just hanging out with the family, doing stuff. You know, tomorrow I'm going to go hang out with my sister and her husband and the kids and all that kind of fun stuff. But however, I do think that I get up earlier on vacation than I ever do at home. It's crazy.
You know, I just did that too. I just saw my sister, so it was pretty awesome. Now, okay, let's get into this real quick. And if you got to go or anything, man, it's all good. Or if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. Whatever you got going on, man. You know, I know how it is. Okay. It says, please read truce offer. Obviously, this is an email. Dear Nonsense, how can I get a hold of you? Okay, Navy will drop an email, and he'll, you know, or a Twitter, whatever works for you, Nick, so that you can submit this over to us, okay? Excuse me, man, hold up. I just ate, so I've got hiccups or something. Okay, dear Nonsense, I'm writing this email to you directly because I've heard you tell a little bit more info about your life yesterday, and it made me stop and think, and it's in bold. This person bolds the next text. I'd like to see if we can come to an agreement for a truce and both agree to stop discussing each other. And then she says, sorry, this is so long. Now, my first response is, if you're being honest here, this is a good thing. But I have some problems. This person has been saying that they have been harassed so bad that they needed to go file a police report. And my response, okay, then in this thing, basically it says, if you agree to stop talking about me, I'll agree to stop talking about you. And if we do that, I won't file my police report, right? So that's blackmail. That is a threat. Okay, if you are being harassed to the point that you need to file a police report because you think Nonsense or someone else is harassing you, you need to file that police report. You don't need to contact your harasser directly. By the way, I don't believe to any degree or extent that you believe Nonsense is threatening you at all. I don't believe Nonsense is or is doxing you or any of the things you're sitting here acting like. Now, one thing I do believe is that you could be involved in Nonsense's doxing. You could be worried about how much we know, how much has gotten out, how much is kind of leaked around due to how sloppy and drunk some of the people you hang out with are. And you could be worried that Nonsense or the other side will find out the details about what someone did, including maybe even yourself. Then you could worry you are going to get doxed in retaliation. You don't have to worry about that. We don't do that. I don't dox. I've been told Nonsense does not. I've seen good information to show that Nonsense doesn't. That doesn't mean Nonsense isn't slipping into the background and doing it. I just don't have nothing to say that that's happening. So if you really were being threatened, why aren't you showing it? If you really were having these things happen to you, why haven't you already gone to the police? And you're not the good guy if you're trying to blackmail someone. In fact, if you would reach out to the person that you believe is doing this to you, and you try to come to these kind of weird, hey, if you stop talking about me, I won't file a police report that could destroy your life or your business and how you've got your life set up type of threats, that makes you the harasser in that situation. If you both are just talking about each other and you're both not defaming or slandering each other, you're both being honest, which I do know that nonsense is being honest, and I do know you tend to not speak reality or the truth. The question is whether you believe your lies or whether you're just lying because you've been lied to or you don't know better or what. But anyway, and it's strange to see that you're the person who isn't speaking to reality, and at the same time, you're the person trying to blackmail the other side while crying that you're being harassed and doxxed and threatened, and that you're gonna not protect yourself by filing a police report if you can get nonsense to stop talking about you. Talking about somebody else on the internet is not a threat. It's not a harassment. It's not how it works. If you do public things out there, or if you're like doxing people and working with Molly and all that, and we talk about it, that's not harassment. It's not wrong. Are you out of your mind? Right? Though, if you think you're going to change someone else, silence someone else, get somebody to stop talking about something by, it's almost like you're not talking about filing a police report, because filing a police report wouldn't do anything to nonsense. If you don't have any evidence, if for one, if nonsense didn't do it, you can go file your police report. You can tell them you think it's nonsense. It's not going to do anything to her. It's not going to cause any issues. It's not going to cause any problems. Nothing. Right? So, to me, it sounds like you're kind of, there's an inlaid threat there. It's not that you're going to file a police report. It's that you're going to go do a whole bunch of stuff to try and harass nonsense, but it can all go away if you just agree to stop talking. But either way, that's just the first paragraph, and those are my thoughts on the first paragraph. When we do read through the rest, I'm going to do it fast because there's a lot. And before we go there, though, what do we got on this video, Navy? Are you still working on it, or?
No, it's dropped. So the one that they sent me, that Boston sent me, is also the one that Kai dropped at the bottom of General.
Okay, so we do have the video. Excellent. All right.
Yeah, it's the losing subs video, I think. So it's at
it is. All right. So let's pull the video up and let's go through both this and that video. Let's go. Okay, so we also have this that we just got. This is the video we were looking for when I started the stream, and it's called Lost Subs Take Accountability. And this one's from 19 hours ago. What does that mean? Let me share my screen if this Navy's chilling here for a minute.
DNA Tribe for Live 22 says that's the wrong video, Uni. It's called Calling Out Some Nonsense with Her Live with MGL channel.
Okay, calling out some we've watched that one. We've watched the calling out nonsense one already. That was the one we watched last night, I think. Yeah. This is the one with Doubtfire. Oh no, this actually we haven't seen that one. We saw this one. How has Molly done this many long streams since last night? Does she do nothing but this all day, all night, every day, all night, all day? And then doesn't she sit around and talk about how everybody else ignores their family and doesn't do this and shit like that, right? That's dead. I mean, this is the whole damn reason why I'm usually busy. The majority of the time I'm not streaming is because I'm doing shit with the family or I'm doing video production here, for God's sakes. Okay, so we've got Calling Out Some Nonsense, which is a new video since last night. And we've got Lost subs take accountability. So we've got both of them. And I guess there's some yelling and screaming and craziness in both of these. And both of these damn videos are long, dude. So, like, she went on a live stream festival. Did she do it during the day today? Is that what happened? It must have been. I don't know. Alf says she is big mad. Why is she so mad? Is it just because Nonsense didn't run away and shit when they doxed her, and instead it blew up in her face and proved that she was the doxer? Is that why she's pissed? Well, let's start over here with this Penelope Lane video for just a moment. Or I'm sorry, Penelope Lane email. I'm going to do the Q&A. Put things here so they don't scroll. That way I don't miss anything you guys say. If it's something important, you can put it in the Q&A tab. Early in the morning? Okay. Do me a solid, though. Tell me what you guys think. Is Penelope just this innocent viewer that's confused, or is she doing doxing and shit like that for Molly? Because I don't think Molly and her little inner club understand. You're going to be outed for doxing. You will face the repercussions, the legal and criminal repercussions that the people you've doxed can bring against you. It's just gonna happen. So you might as well stop, okay? You literally have done it. You've been tracked doing this now since I got involved. And I've found out there are people out there that have been tracking you for a very long time doing this. You're going to build it up to the point that it's going to be some massive, massive trouble. Why don't you just stop doing it? You're not going to get away with it. It's not worth it. You're now a lolcow on the internet. You must deal with it. You are the one that flipped out on the internet. You're the one that went up there and acted a fool and did everything you did and got all salty and got all jealous and went all crazy, okay? You got to deal with that. You got to live with it. You can't change it. You can't erase it, and you can't dox everybody who freaking laughs at you. Anyway, they can literally do anything once there's enough evidence for it to be picked up. They don't typically investigate people unless it's very prolific. That's the thing about Molly and her little cult. It is very prolific. They do this daily. They dox and threaten people daily. They go after their families. They go and try to ruin businesses and shit and mess up people's lives. They waste the time of CPS. They waste the time of the police. I mean, there is eventually going to be a breaking point, and it's going to literally affect their lives negatively forever. They just need to stop. It's not right. You're not doing the right thing. It's so obvious. I just don't know how they can't see it. Some people are just crazy. 100% she's doing it with Molly. This is the first time Molly has pretended to go off on Penelope Lane. Sure. I mean, they think that we're stupid or something, you know? Anyway, let's get through this Penelope Lane thing. Now remember, Penelope Lane sent this to Nonsense. And Penelope, have you seen any of the videos yourself, Navy? Where Penelope's like talking about Nonsense and just sitting there lying, just bullshitting, like pretending as if Nonsense is doing all this shit she's not doing, you know?
No, I haven't had a chance to watch it just due to the vacation stuff, so I'm getting caught up as you are.
Oh no, this has been going on for a while. Like, this has been going on for like a month now or something. Like, I don't know what the real time frame is. It's been a good minute. This Penelope person is deeply entrenched in what Molly's doing. And if she wants to walk away from it, I don't think anybody would care to let her go. It's like, who are you? Like, who are you? Why do we care? Are you just one of her little foot soldiers? Are you one of her main foot soldiers next to Goose and Justin and a few other people? Or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that the people out there know that have been tracking this. I just came into this a few months ago, but I'm amazed at the amount of information that's out there about Molly and her doxing squad, you know? And really, we're all adults here. You made some mistakes. You did some bad stuff. I would advise you to stop it and get out of it as soon as you can so that you're not tied up into some big thing, because Molly's never going to stop till she gets in trouble. I'm sorry. It's just true. Molly says people are dubbing her voice to make it look like she's saying stuff she isn't. Oh, of course she is. She's going to say anything she can. Anything. When she's the one who went and with her buddies clipped up Dre's videos to make it look like she was starving her kids and stuff in, 4-hour videos where they're eating and cooking for 4 straight hours. She tried to make it look like she was trying to refuse them food with like 2 little clips out of the whole 4-hour video. You know what I'm saying? It's just that projection. So, oh, Lordy. Okay. Again, I was going to take the night off, but a lot of stuff happened and I just couldn't do it. So before I forget, oh my God, I remembered. Please, it's our last day. If you want to support us, paypal.me/unirock or Cash App or whatever down in the description. We get paid tomorrow, so it would really help out if you want to do that. But you don't have to. You can just like the video, subscribe to Unirock too. Make sure you follow the peeps and everybody who's around and become part of the community. Now we've got that out of the way. I didn't even pin the damn link. See what I'm saying? I'm not even thinking. To support us. Okay, let me pin that and we can get started. Here we go. Molly and them think this is a game. It's my birthday in 50 minutes, by the way. Well, happy early birthday, buddy. Good. Hope you have a great one, bruh. Hope you have a great one. Glad you decided to stop by. Oh, yeah, midnight. Oh, yeah, midnight's a-coming. So, look. I don't even care. They think it's, I was going to say that they think that this is a game that they can win and everyone else can lose. We're not playing a game. You're playing Monopoly with yourself. You're literally sitting in a padded room at a mental asylum playing Monopoly with you and your little doxing squad. All of us are just looking at you and laughing. We are not playing the same game. We are not in your realm. You guys are exploiters of tragedies, clickbaiters, liars, manipulators, and fraud raiser runners. No one respects you. No one's going to sit down and play Sorry or Monopoly or the game where you drop the little checkers in the top. So Connect 4. We're not going to do it. You're just going to have to play it by yourself. And the only loser in a game like that, I'm sorry to say it, it's you. So here we go. We can't lose or win the game if we're not playing, Molly. I know you have a strong dislike for me, says Penelope. Penelope, no. We don't know you. We don't know you. We don't know who you are. We don't care who you are. There is no strong dislike. It's the things you do that we dislike. When you lie. When you think because of your jealousy and anger against nonsense that you're going to lie on her and try to make her out to be all these crazy things. That's what we don't like. So we see you as an internet figure, as an internet icon, like a little tiny, picture. That's it. The little internet picture. That's all we see. And Penelope is not the human being because we don't know you. You have a life. You've got family. You're a person. So are we, right? But on the internet, we're here to talk about public things that are happening. We're here to do our shows. We're here to laugh. We're connect with our audiences. So we don't have this dislike. We don't know you. We can't dislike you if we don't know you. We can dislike what you do on the internet. Unless you're trying to say that what you do on the internet is your life. And I doubt that's what you're saying. We don't know you. He says, I know you think I'm a bully and an unkind person. I also respect that. You really don't respect that because you are a bully and an unkind person with how you treat people. Now, I'm talking about the little icon. I know nothing about whether you're like this in your real life or not. Only you do. I can honestly tell you that after I realized you weren't KJ, I did genuinely enjoy your content. This shows that you are a sheeple. You are a sheep. You need to wake up. You need to stop letting KJ control your life. Stop letting anyone you don't like on the internet control you. Okay? Who cares if the content's good or not, why would it matter if it was KJ? Why would it matter if it was Janet Jackson? Right? If the content is the content. Seriously now. You're starting to freak me out, and it's only the second paragraph. I own Roseanne and you a thank you for helping me see the sides of Molly that I hadn't seen myself. I don't believe that, but maybe. I was sincerely giving Roseanne every screenshot from Patreon because I believed it was helping you and Roseanne. Well, even if you stopped, there are still others that have them. So, you know, appreciate you doing that, but you know. I also understand why you didn't trust me and didn't like me because of my behavior when I thought you were KJ. Listen, KJ is just a person too. She's just a person. Sometimes she does cringy and shitty things online, but you shouldn't stalk her. You shouldn't lie on her, harass her. You should just criticize her when she's being cringy or when she's doing the wrong thing, and then go find something else to do. If you're being obsessive over her, you're being unhealthy. That's, you know, is going to lead to you becoming a freaking keyboard warrior weirdo. So I'd be very careful treating people like that online. It will consume you. But anyway. All right, page 2. I know that you have a... Oh, sorry. Okay. I also want you to know I did not give your info to Molly. I don't know, man. Like, the way you've been acting, it's so sus. In fact, there's a word for it. It's called sus as fuck. Like, I don't know. Like, this email, the things you say, it seems like you're trying to butter her up. It seems like you're trying to say the perfect thing. Like, it's like you sat down and are trying to write this, saying to yourself, I want nonsense to believe me and like me, instead of just being yourself when you write her. But we'll see if that changes. Like I stated in one of my community posts yesterday, by the time I received your info, Molly had already found out your IG and liked a post. So what? When you found out people were doxing her, why didn't you let her know and help her get in touch with the police and have you turned the email and the header information over to her yet? Have you given it to her yet? So that she can have the popo figure out who doxed her? Because I'm telling you, they'll be able to trace that IP through that email. Email's a little more complicated than other things. And unless they were using like Proton Mail or something, they're going to be able to see who it was through the IP data and the other data in that email, or at least be able to get a really good like grip on certain pieces of information that could help them figure out who it was, one or the other. But still, like, you are willing to turn over the header information in that email so that if nonsense tries to pursue her doxer, she can, right? You're not going to just make an excuse or say that you deleted it and lie or something, right? Well, we'll find out, I guess. Let's see here. Molly had already found your IG and liked the post. I mistakenly thought she followed you too. I received your info from someone I do not know. Bullshit. See, this is... I don't even believe you already. Do you believe that, Navy? I just...
No, I don't. We normally... Okay, so here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, when you receive, like, doxing information, one, we don't use it, but number two, especially from someone you don't know, why would you ever trust that if you don't know that person?
I mean, yeah, well, you don't know anyone and you're just like looking at doxing info that's being sent to you. You knew this person. That's why they sent it to you. That's why. You know who doxed nonsense. You know who doxed nonsense. Fact. In fact, it's very likely, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's very likely you are the one who doxed nonsense. You gave the information to Molly. You panicked, went to Molly, and you said, Molly, I need you to act like you're mad at me so people think that we're fighting. That way they won't think that me and you dox nonsense. Do you not think that the timing is a little sus, Penelope? You really think we're going to believe that you and Molly start fighting the day, the minute, the second that nonsense gets doxed? You want us to believe that. You want us, people who aren't stupid, to believe you and Molly start to fight the very second nonsense got doxed, and it's just a coincidence. See, here's the deal with people like you and Molly. Nothing is a coincidence. And I'll even go ahead and give you one of my secrets here. The secret to why that's true. You are so obsessive. You are so angry. You're so butthurt. You're so jealous of the people that you look at, the people that bust your fraud razors in your little games. You're so mad at them. You do not waste your time doing anything unrelated to that when you're with Molly and when you're with the others. So there's not the thing you're doing with Molly. If you are interacting with Molly while she's doxing nonsense, is doxing nonsense. That's all Molly's doing. That's all you're doing. That's all anyone interacting with Molly is doing. Molly doesn't have time to get mad at you for some trivial reason. She's busy doxing nonsense. So I don't believe that the timing is coincidental. In fact, I think you told on yourself with the timing. I also think that you told on yourself with this fake kind of like, hey, now that you got doxed, I like you now, nonsense. Nonsense didn't do anything wrong to you this whole time, and you went at her viciously. Viciously. And now you want people to believe that you had a change of heart because after I doxed you, I realized you're a real person. Okay, sure, Jan. Sure. She says the sender actually used your name as their name. So what? Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. How? It would have just been a random email address that messaged you. Just a random email address. Now, again, you are willing to will you give me that email and the header information? I want to know from you one thing, if you're willing to give it to me. Because I'm going to tell you now, it doesn't matter if they used a dummy email account. The IP and the other information will still be the same. So are you willing to allow me to get that IP address and the other data from the header? Are you willing? I need to know a yes or no. That's all I need. If it's no, then I already know you're bullshitting. If it's yes, you still might be bullshitting, but at least you're willing to get the information over. So as long as you're going now, this is important, so don't just ignore it now, Penelope. Don't ignore the fact of this. You need to be willing to give us every bit of data from the header, and I can explain how you do that and everything, you know, when you're ready to give it to me. So why don't you just go ahead and get ready for that and make sure that you're informing everyone that you're willing to do it. Well, here, let me explain why. The person is on their computer, and when they, or their phone or whatever, using their internet, and when they went and switched to the other email address that they used to send the docs around, they still did it from the same internet. Got me? Therefore, the other things they do with their internet will still have the same data that's in the email that was sent to you. Okay, so I'm glad you're still willing, and this is an honest post, and you're willing to actually, you know, share that header data so that we can get to the bottom of what happened. I'm glad you're not going to just change your mind or anything, right? Okay, good. So, she says the sender used your name as their name, which I didn't know was your name until I read through the emails. I don't believe you. I honestly didn't even think it was real at first and thought it was probably a phishing email to get me to click or something. Please know I will not put your info out or give it to anyone. It doesn't matter. Molly already did. What do you mean? It's done, Zoe. It's out. I've only given it to my attorney and my local PD. So we want proof, Penelope. Number 2, to prove that you're not lying to us. We want proof. We want you to go get the report that you submitted to your local PD, get a copy of it. You can take out all identifying information. We just want to know that the report is real. So go get that and go censor out anything that has to do with your personal info and all of that. We want to see proof that the things you're saying in this are absolutely true. Now, again, I don't believe that the things you're saying are true. I don't believe you went to your attorney. I don't believe you went to your local PD. I think this is all just a troll. This is you just playing a role. But if you did these things, you'd be able to prove it. You'd be willing to prove it, and you wouldn't be playing. She says then in bold again, I'm writing this email specifically to ask you for a truce. I'm simply asking that you pretend I don't exist. after hearing about your sister and your nieces. You see, how did you hear this? How did you hear any of this? Like, I don't understand. Did she talk about this, Navy? Did Nonsense go into details about her sister and her nieces or something like that on her stream?
I have not seen her do it on her stream on YouTube. I don't know what she says on
Nonsense
Facebook.
is in the chat. Nonsense,
Yeah.
I'm confused. Where did Penelope get information about your sister and nieces? Did she get that from you speaking on your stream, or is this information she got from the docs? Because once she realized she's reading a docs, she should just close it. That's it. Just, you know. She did tell some things, says Miss Leah. So she's saying, okay. So she didn't get it from the docs. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Thank you. And I don't mind. I'm glad you spoke on it. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. So that's good. I just wanted to figure out where she's getting her info. Okay. Let me grab the next little thing here. I also want you to know I did not give your info to Molly. Like I stated on... Oh, I read that. I realize you're doing a kindness because you love your sister and her daughters. I don't know the custody, blah, blah, blah. I know you don't want to cause any issue for you in the court system. My attorney honestly didn't know if I filed a harassment complaint and petition for a no contact. Penelope, it doesn't matter what you file. You do not get to go around and file shit on innocent people. You have to have evidence. They're not just going to hand you shit. They're not just going to put something on someone else's record and say, wow, that's real. You have to prove it. So you need to just go through with what, if someone is harassing you, if someone is coming at you, you need to go do it. No? You need to go do it. Because it's not nonsense. It's no one from this side of the aisle. If we ever found out someone was doing anything even close to something like that in our groups, they'd be out. They'd be banned. And it's been like that for years. So you can't even say the opposite. So this is just nutty, right? You're saying someone is harassing you, but at the same time, you're saying you don't want to go through with filing things or some shit. What? Now, you do know that Nonsense is permitted to go live and talk about whatever the hell she wants that relates to what people are putting out on the internet and YouTube, right? You get this, right? You chose to put it out publicly. Now people can talk about it because it's not private anymore. You all doxing people is the thing that takes private stuff and makes it public. You all digging into people's families, lives, and all of that is the people invading privacy. It's almost like you're trying to flip the script here. You're flipping the script. What in the fuck are you doing? Like, it doesn't make sense, Penelope. Whoever is harassing you needs to have a restraining order. If it is nonsense, then she needs it. I don't believe it is at all. But I'm saying, whoever's doing it, it's not nonsense. Go file it, protect yourself. Right? You should have learned that Nonsense, by what Nonsense said and what you've seen and all that stuff, Nonsense wouldn't have did this to me. It must have been someone else. Like, what in the hell? I didn't even think it was real at first. Thought it was probably fake. Okay, read that. I don't want to cause any issue in the court. You're not going to cause anyone any issue in the court system. You can go file whatever you want about George Bush right now in the court system. George Bush ain't going to give two fucks. They're going to throw it out if you don't have evidence George Bush did something. You could go file a bunch of shit at Navy right now. It's not going to do anything. We have protections as innocent citizens. You can't just go in and say, Nonsense is harassing me. Can I have a fucking restraining order? Here you go. Now let's go put this into Nonsense's record. It doesn't work like that, ding dong. You can go file whatever you want. Whatever your attorney, if you really are going to your attorney, you wouldn't be talking like this. This is how we know you're bullshitting. You said you went to your attorney. Are you going to tell me your attorney didn't explain any of this to you? See, we're not like you guys. We are actually real adults that live on our own and deal with life. So we know how things work. I don't know, maybe if you... Is this why Molly goes around talking about people living in basements? Is it because you guys have the mindset of sheltered people that have had someone else take care of them their whole lives? You've never had to do a real thing in your life. And you just think that you can walk into a police station and you can say, there is a human being in Nebraska and I want a restraining order against them right now. You think it just works like that, right? Jesus Christ. Bridget's friend said her attorney told her to dox nonsense so they could see if they were right. I wouldn't doubt it after reading this part of this. So then it goes on with, I know that I don't, and it's in caps, want to cause any issues for you in the court system. You won't. You won't cause issues for her in the court system. She didn't do anything to you. The fuck are you talking about, crazy? My attorney honestly doesn't know if I filed a harassment complaint and petition for no contact. You can't. Navy, I need help right now. What the fuck is wrong with this person? So they're saying that they have proof that Nonsense harassed them so that they could go to a police department and get a no contact order, restraining order, some kind of order that bars the civil rights of Nonsense to talk about public things. What is Penelope saying her evidence is, guys? What is Penelope's evidence? Does anybody in the chat know?
That she's going to go and sign an affidavit that Nonsense somewhere on the internet somehow hurt her feces.
Exactly. She's going to be laughed right out of the fucking precinct. She should have been laughed out of her attorney's office too. Penelope can tell you, can you tell me how many of my family members are attorneys and who practices this type of law? Because I don't know, and it maybe might need to phone a friend. Well, that's the thing. Like, again, Nonsense is allowed to talk about what you've put on the internet or what you've done on the internet or what you're doing for Molly or what you and Molly do to people. We're allowed to talk about it. We're not dumb. You really think we came to the internet without understanding how fair use works and what our rights are? Like you did? Like Molly did? We ain't Molly. We ain't Betty. We ain't wearing fake press passes, are we? Last time I checked, I didn't print myself a press pass saying, I'm Boo Boo Betty, yo. Get out of my way. Now she says, file a harassment a petition, no contact order, would or could affect your custody in any way. No, the answer is no. The answer is no, because, again, you have to have a thing called evidence. You have to be able to show them what Nonsense did. So you're going to go hit play on a YouTube video and Nonsense is going to laugh at you for being a keyboard warrior ding dong. And in your mind, now I'm trying to follow this realistically. In your mind, you believe that the police are going to go, oh my God, someone get this woman a no contact order immediately and take her kids. Seriously, Penelope. You think the cops are going to respond and say, give me 6 no contact orders now, this woman needs protection. Someone laughed at her on YouTube. She says this is not a threat at all. Oh, we know it's not a threat. We know it's not. We know it can't be. It wouldn't be, even if you were being, even if you knew what you were talking about, it still wouldn't be a threat, because this is just lulz. This is just us laughing at you again for being so, I was going to say teenage minded, but it's way less than that. There's a lot of teenagers out there who know more about their rights and how things work than Penelope does at this level. That is, unless the next one is going to say something. Let's take a look. Okay, so here's the next one.
So while you're looking at this, I did get copies of the statement or thing, whatever that Nonsense had put out, where Penelope's claiming the threat came from. And I dropped that in the scammy room.
Okay, great. So we can look at what Penelope is claiming is the threat right after this, right? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Awesome. So then she says, now the orders, and for some reason she writes the names of the orders again. Am I crazy? Yes, she did. You may also know that with your custody arrangement and a harassment, see, you, how do you know what kind of arrangement she has? There are many different kinds of arrangements. There are arrangements that will allow the parents to maintain custody and her to maintain guardianship. There are arrangements where she's got full custody. There are arrangements where it's partial. There's so many different kinds of arrangements out there. If you've ever been through a divorce or know someone who has, you probably know about this kind of thing. So how do you know what kind she has and how it would be affected by you, I guess, claiming that you can get restraining orders against people who laugh at you on YouTube? No, you can get restraining orders against people that dox you on YouTube, not laugh at you, the ones that dox you, the ones that stalk your family, that stalk your home. Gee, I wonder who did that, Penelope. I wonder if it's nonsense that did that stuff with Molly, or if it's you that did it with Molly, or maybe, like, I don't know, Madonna. Out of the three, I can only think of one that did that with Molly. But I might be, you know, crazy, I guess. So she says, it had to be Madonna. May not have any negative effect on you or your nieces, and therefore may decline my offer. But I'm sincerely making you this truth offer on behalf of your nieces. See, this is what's called disgusting. So number one, if you were being harassed, we're going to tell you, get your ass to the cops and file the shit now. Just go do it. Don't blackmail anybody with the threat to do it. Don't make any kind of coercive demand with it. Go do it. Because we know that all we've done is laugh at you guys on the internet. That's it. And we protect our own rights. We protect ourselves by doing our content properly, unlike Molly and the rest of them. Got me? These kind of threats only work with YouTubers who are doxing and going around digging on people. And I don't know if you've realized this or not. Nobody has to dig on any of you guys. You get up on the internet and act like lolcows and tell everybody every single detail about everything you're doing right in front of everyone. There's no reason to dig anything on any of you. I mean, I have new clips every single day. I could literally go live all day, every day, and have more than enough content to do this all the time. But I have no doubt you're doing an amazing job raising them, so you're literally just narcissistically trying to butter her up again. And they don't deserve any stress from YouTube drama. See, I don't believe you feel that way because you sat next to Molly and hung out with her and defended her and all that bullshit while she's done this to hundreds of people. And I do believe that if you were sitting next to her while she was doing that, that you probably weren't just watching. Not at the level you act like you were involved. And in fact, I think maybe you're trying to dress this truce up into a threat because in your mind, maybe that will be the thing that gets you the truce because you might be more worried than nonsense about legal repercussions. I think maybe you're more worried about, I think the reason Molly is having such a breakdown, I think the reason nonsense might have got doxxed, I think the reason that all of you are acting like this is because of something else that's going on out there right now. I think that's why Molly is in such a panic mode because it just coincidentally happens to be right in line with the prediction I made about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, where I told you guys that as it got closer to the end of the year and it got closer to Letitia's court date, these guys were going to have epic meltdowns like we'd never seen before and start acting in insane ways we've never seen them act before. And maybe, just maybe, you could be inclined to maybe try to get all this to go away, and maybe you're desiring it to all go away because you know what Molly knows. You know that the investigators have been contacting people. You know that, you know, this isn't going away, this whole Letitia and doxing thing. And you know that part of Letitia's trouble is that there were people doxing for her named Molly and others that are next to Molly. And those people are most likely also going to get the same trouble that Letitia's going to get for the harassment that involved the fundraiser. So, you know, personally, I think maybe you dress this threat up because of desperation. You might just be super desperate to try to get all this, you know, maybe if Nonsense stops talking about it and Uni stops talking about this stuff, it'll go away. If me and Nonsense went away right now, the investigation won't. So leave us alone. Let us do our content. If you don't like our content, you don't have to watch. If you don't like what we show you, if you don't like what we say, it's just our opinion. So you don't have to watch it. It's not going to change anything. You literally just don't click on it. Now it's all in, this next part is all in caps and bold print. If you would be willing to stop discussing me on any form of social media, I will do the same for you. Do you really think people give a flying shit what you say, Penelope? Again, I barely have heard about the things you've been saying and doing. All I heard is that you like to go around in the background and cause a lot of trouble and shit. So I know you've been doing these YouTube videos where you yell at Nonsense, but they haven't even mattered. They haven't even factored into the story to any degree. This is the first time. And I'm not reading this because of you. I'm reading this because of Molly and Letitia. I'm reading this because I know not only is Molly and Letitia shitting their pants right this second because of the investigations, that the people who dox for Molly are shitting their pants right now too. So this is how you get on my show. If it relates to the fraud raiser, if it relates to the things that are because of the fraud raiser, and this relates to the fraud raiser, Penelope, this is a little bit of data to help relate to that. So then it's, I will do the same for you. I will not make any comments about you in live chats or posts of videos. Okay. So Penelope, do you think that you putting comments under videos changes a story or does something to a story? Because the thing it does is it supports the YouTuber you're typing under. That's what it does. It supports them, helps their video get out to more people. It's interaction. But you can type whatever you want under those videos. It's called your opinion. So it's not going to change anything. I don't get this part of it. Unless you're typing under a YouTuber that actually reads the live chat, reads the comments. How does that affect the content or affect what's going on? I don't understand, but I will not name you in any of my videos. You can do whatever you want in your videos. We don't seek to restrict you. You're horrible at this. Do you guys really think that if you go on your channels and you have a bad take that it affects us in any way? And do you think if you lie on your channel, it affects us in any way? It doesn't. Do I have to paint it on the wall? Like, if you want to go lie and have a horrible commentary on your channel, I bless you to do it. I encourage you to do it. I support you being the worst YouTuber you can be. Okay? I want you to post as much as you want there. You can post about me. You can post about Nonsense. Post about whatever the fuck you want. Post about bunny rabbits. Okay? I only asked you do the same. So Penelope literally thinks that she's like driving Nonsense crazy with her videos or something, Navy. I don't understand.
But of course, this idea that like if Nonsense doesn't stop talking about her, that she's going to take it legal, right? I promise that if you
Whoa,
stop
where's
talking about
that?
me, I'll stop talking. Oh, that
I
was
haven't
the
read
whole
that
aspect of
yet.
her, the threat part, about like this whole truce period. That if
Yeah,
she stops talking about it, she's not going to pursue it. Well, maybe it's later on. There's 11 pages of this.
I know. I was just, you know, this is my first time really going through it. So, you know.
Yeah.
So you're saying she
Well,
threatens her legally here in a little bit or something? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, that she doesn't stop talking about her. She's going to take it legal. That's why she keeps bringing up her nieces and family members and all this kind of stuff, because she's
Well,
going to
yeah,
take
yeah,
it to
yeah.
the
I
court.
mean, she's brought them up to this point. She just hasn't threatened her, I don't think, yet. Unless I missed it, so. Okay, here we go. I would also ask that your mods and other friends on YouTube don't discuss me on your behalf. Why? Something really big is happening in Molly World, y'all. Something is happening so big in Molly World that her little peons are scared as fuck. This is a peon of Molly's being deathly afraid. Deathly afraid. Combine that with how unhinged Molly is right now, and combine that with the fact that there's only one thing that was supposed to happen in the last few days, which was Letitia showing up to court. They are out of their minds with fear. That is what this is. That's all this is. Out of their minds with fear. Okay, if you want, I'm happy to take down the 2 videos I have made that were as replies to you. Actually, like, why don't you just go ahead and leave them up so that people who are floating by on YouTube, maybe they're going to click in, maybe they're going to stay for 30 seconds or to a minute and laugh a little bit, and you'll bring them a little bit of levity that day. I just go ahead and leave them up because your videos were really bad. Really bad. They were not true. They were not in line with reality at all. Jesus. How could nonsense ever be held responsible for what other people say about this person? This person's obviously not well. They're not, they don't understand reality. They're not in line with reality, obviously. So she says, the one was not directed at you, but I may have said your name. I'll double check. I'll remove it if your name's in it. But why do we care if you talk about us? What is this? You remind me of these crazy caters that they think if they sit there and say things about people and shit like that all the time, that somehow it does something. The only time that your commentary affects anything is if it's really good, really truthful, and if it's a good take. That's the only time it does anything. You get up there and lie. If you get up there and bullshit, people just laugh and click out. I hate to be the person to wake you up to how the internet works, Penelope, but someone should have did this 15 years ago for you. If
Lauren
I
has
would
a good
ask,
point. Lauren has a good point. She goes, I mean, nonsense cannot make a deal that includes controlling what everyone she knows says about something. That's just crazy.
Sure. I would ask you take down the PSA video. The live stream you posted on around Halloween threatening to dox me and say any other live stream where I'm one of the main topics. She didn't threaten to dox you. We had to go fact check this when you threw a fit about it. And she didn't say she was going to dox you. She made no implication. She made no threat. Am I wrong, Navy? Because I remember this. Somebody help me in the...
She has never threatened to dox anybody. That's crazy.
She started as a cater, says Bridget. That makes sense. In the chat, if you guys, you know, this has been a few months, so I recall Penelope making a big fit, claiming that Nonsense threatened to dox her, but what Nonsense actually said was not a threat. It wasn't a dox. It wasn't a threat to dox. It wasn't... You couldn't even get a 5-year-old to hear that and then warp it out to where it became that. So that's what I recall. Nonsense says, I flat out said that I was not going to dox her, not dox her. Yeah, that's what I remember from this. So again, Penelope, listen closely. Listen closely to me. You need to actually pay attention to the things you're hearing, because the people are saying something and you're hearing the opposite. And if that's happening, no one's going to care what you say. If you're not in line with reality, people are just going to wonder if what's wrong with you to make you think that Nonsense actually did that. How about you upload a video and show us Nonsense doing this? Because this is called a claim. It's not called a fact. You just claimed Nonsense threatened to dox you. It's right here. Nonsense threatened to take down the live stream you posted on Halloween, around Halloween, threatening to dox me. So right there, either you prove that she did that or you get nothing. You get nothing straight off the bat. Because if you're going to lie in your truce agreement, we're not going to take it seriously. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, y'all, you know, Uni likes to get Red Bulls. Uni likes to order pizzas. So if you want to support the Uni Red Bull Pizza Fund, it is paypal.me/unirock. Of course, it's completely optional. Like and subscribe.
Up.
What up?
I said, don't forget the Cash App at money sign.
Yeah, you cut out a little bit. Yes. Also, Patreon, if you don't want to use PayPal, takes credit cards, and we have Cash App also, #UniRachel. And I might as well type it in the chat before we keep going. I just don't understand. You know, this makes sense. These are the kind of people that are following Molly, and this is probably why this person supports Molly for a long time, or supported Molly while she was doxing people and all this. You know, if she hears things differently than what are actually, when she sees Molly threaten to dox somebody, she probably thinks Molly's like, you know, brushing her hair. I don't know. Lastly, if you want, I can go through comments on my videos and post and remove any negative comments I've made about you. No, we don't care what you say about us, Penelope. Say whatever you want. You are a free person. If you lie, if you type things that aren't true, it just makes you look like a liar, and it makes you look like, you know, a cringe lord. That's something you should want to do. You shouldn't want to lie. You shouldn't want to be jealous of other people. You shouldn't want to talk shit on other people. You should want to actually say things that are relative to what's going on and be able to admit, even if you don't like somebody, whether they made a good point, whether they have a good take, or whatever it is, right? Now, Nonsense's videos are just good take after good take after good take. So I don't know where you're going to go in and say anything under any video that's going to have any, you know, it's going to expose anything here. Wow. This is getting really cringy. Getting a little too cringy for my blood. I know you don't trust me, but if we make this agreement and I break it, you can start discussing me again. What the fuck, man? So why would she waste her time doing it? And who wants to discuss you? Only if you're acting extremely cringy do you have a chance of getting talked about. Or if you're helping Molly dox people. Those are pretty much the only two things you can really do. Oh, good God. Then you can start, if I should proceed with a harassment complaint and petition for no contact, you'll have this email to negate my claims. Go ahead and do it, Penelope. It is not going to affect Nonsense a single degree. That is not how harassment, you can't just go lie on someone to the police because you don't like that you did some cringy shit publicly and they decided to talk about it. That is you being a narcissist. You being a control freak. You need to get some help. You need to change yourself. You need to start being honest with yourself. You need to wake up. Look in the mirror. Good God, if you act this way on the internet. I hate to think of what you're doing in the real world. Wake up. Go file harassment orders if someone is harassing you. If they're not, then don't file it. Don't try to use a harassment order to do some weird blackmail attempt through email. If I was nonsense, I would be taking this to the police and getting a restraining order against you. And I'm not even joking. This is some sick shit. This is a sick attempt at blackmail is what this is so far. You're trying to use her nieces against her. You are disgusting. You need help. You're just as bad as Molly. This isn't going to help you. Obviously, you must have wanted to be talked about. That's all I can think. Hey, I know. I can get Uni and Nonsense and everybody to talk about me if I go try to blackmail Nonsense by threatening her nieces and by filing harassment orders against Nonsense. Fucking kidding me? I'm not sure if you'll even read this. I'm also going to attempt to send it to you on Facebook. I'll be closing my police report tomorrow morning. Okay, Penelope. Prove that you filed the police report. By the way, you can't close... Okay, hold on. Stop the presses. You don't get to close a police report. What are you talking about? You go and file the report. The police look at the evidence and what's there and decide if they can do anything with it. If they can, they open a case. If they can, they open an investigation. Your police report is just a report. What do you mean, close your police report? What does that mean? Are you going to go to the police and tell them, hey, I'm sorry, I lied on that report. Will you please take it back? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't believe you went to the police at all. So again, the way that you can prove that you're telling the truth here is to prove that you went to the police. That's your first little mission. If you want anything. First thing is to prove you're telling the truth. Go to the police. Prove you actually went. Prove it. Number two, you can... oh shit, what was the other thing she said? I'm even losing track. I don't give a shit. Let's keep going. And I'll also have the opportunity to retract it since it's not been officially closed. Okay, you're a wacko. You're out of your mind. You're just trying to threaten Nonsense using her nieces. This is not how police reports work. You don't just get to walk in and fucking retract them after you filed them. You'd have to admit to the police that you wasted their fucking time. So you're basically admitting in this email, while other than blackmail, other than targeting her nieces, you're admitting that you filed a false police report, which is a crime, by the way. Like, straight up, don't say it's not true. It is true. Don't say that you're admitting that you filed a fake police report, because you can't retract a police report. There's only one way to retract that shit. It's to walk in and tell them that you lied and that you want to take it. You know, I'm sorry, I filed a false police report. Take the false police report out of the record or some shit. I don't fucking know what you'd say. So either you're lying, it's all a big lie, or you filed a false police report. We know you didn't file a false police report. We know you're lying. You are cringy. You are a cringy internet denizen. My God, how dumb can you look? Let's see. Let's keep going. Lastly, if you want, I can go through comments on... Oh, I read that. Best regards, Penelope. So you're telling me there's still like 19 more fucking pages after the best regards? Holy shit. You cut out again. What's up?
It's the PS, the postscript. It goes on.
Oh, no, I know. Postscripts are supposed to be short, though. Because if it's not going to be short, it should have been in the actual script. Here are some answers, explanations to things I think people may have told you, but are not true. Okay, Penelope. Here's how whether something is true or not works, okay? If there is evidence towards something out there, then it can be true. If someone is saying it, it cannot be true. It's called a claim. So what you're saying might be true, but until it's proven with the evidence, it's a claim, okay? So unless you've included evidence in the email, you didn't prove anything true or debunk anything. You literally just said it. Okay? Just making sure we're on track. If you want to ask me any other questions outside of my identity, I'll answer them honestly. Wait a minute. Penelope, you said that... Hold on, Penelope. Hold on a minute. Penelope. Hold on. Wait a minute. You said that Nonsense had your identity. You said she doxed you. You've been saying this whole time Nonsense has your identity and that your main complaint with her is that she's threatening to dox you, and that's the harassment. Why did you write right here that she doesn't have your identity and would have to ask you for it? Penelope. Because you've been lying this whole time about Nonsense doxing you and having your identity. The only person who doxed anybody was you and Molly doxing Nonsense, Penelope. That's where this came from. This is the most suspect thing I've ever seen. You know what doxers do? They dox people because they're fucked up in the head and they're dumb and they can't think and they don't know how things work. You know how they tell on themselves? After they dox somebody, they get super fucking paranoid. So why do doxers send emails like this to their victims? Why do they do that? Because as they're sitting at home after they doxed, they start to get really nervous that the person that they doxed is going to find out that you doxed them. Because Molly's drunk, Molly's acting crazy. You know, at any time, Molly could just reveal who it was that gave the identity to Molly. So you sent her this email because you're fidgety. Because you're sitting there worried. Because you're upset. You're like, oh shit, look at this big mess. And you know what? Maybe that's why Molly got mad at you. Maybe Molly got mad at you because you doxed Nonsense. And now everyone on the internet is saying that Molly doxed Nonsense. But that's just because Molly's not smart enough to understand that she doxed Nonsense by the way that she has incited her insane peons to dox Nonsense. She's just as responsible as the insane peon for doing it. Now, there's a way you can debunk me, and it's easy. Super easy. You want to prove that I'm wrong and that you didn't dox Nonsense? Because I'm not wrong. You doxed her. Well, you can just prove that you told the truth in this email and that this email isn't you nervous trying to, you know, email Nonsense, email the victim. Okay? So get in there and prove you really did go to your attorney and prove that you really did file a police report that's still open that you can go in and close and retract, okay? Got to prove it now. Got to be hard evidence. That's easy for you to do if you're telling the truth. Saying, if you don't want to prove it, it's fine, because we all know you're the one that doxed Nonsense anyway. Molly and some of your other friends shared it all around. You all participated. You all sat there and talked about her. You all looked at her life and, you know, sat there and shit talked her and shit, and probably even came up with when you were going to release it and everything. And, you know, Molly probably got mad at you because you were dumb enough to put it in her side chat like that, you know? Oh, by the way, though, you could just prove by giving me the header of the person who sent you the email so that I can figure out where their IP points to. Because the IP address will tell us where they're at. It'll give us their location. Clear your name. Just give me the header information and help me figure out who actually doxed her. That is, unless it was you. So if you don't help us, you know, with the header information, we'll know it was you, Penelope. Thank you for that clue. I'm not currently, nor have I ever worked or teamed up with Erica or Molly. Who the hell's Erica? Erica. No, do you know Navy? Oh, Navy jumped out. I'm sitting here talking to my damn self. Damn it! Sorry, Navy. You were cutting out a little bit. I wasn't trying to, you know, whatever. So you guys know what is contained in a header, in the header information of an email, right? It's why most people use Proton Mail or some other server that goes through a VPN and removes that information before it goes from place to place if they're dealing with some kind of sensitive subject, you know? So the IP will be in the header. Look it up on Google if you want. Go ahead. We've actually used header information before, years ago, in another situation where someone claimed that they got an email that had a YouTube strike in it. Remember that? Of course, that person then deleted the email because they knew, you know, you remember. I'm not going to say who it is. I don't feel like talking about her tonight. She's a vet basher. That'll help you. So Erica, who's Erica, guys? Let me see what the chat's saying. Who Erica is, Lauren? Well, that's exactly what she's doing. She's threatening her nieces here through this whole thing. She's trying to make her fear she's going to lose her nieces if she ever talks about, well, if she doesn't agree to the deal. Yeah, she's stalking you. This person is definitely one of your stalkers. She's out of her mind and she's definitely stalking you. Jesus Christ, how long is this? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I won't say it again because yeah, that's the third time. I don't want to summon anybody. Oh, I read this. Okay, Roseanne again. Roseanne actually let me know that Beetlejuice you mentioned was the Beetlejuice she had told about a few months back. And when you had done a live stream exposing her, I have communicated with Beetlejuice twice in my entire life. Both times came from your PS. She's really mad over this PSA live stream, isn't she? Comments may still be up under my video reply to the PSA as long as she didn't delete them. I really did like that PSA. That was a good PSA. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this comment. I think Molly is the reason for it all, and I think she's absolutely in on it. She still cannot talk about her. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm boring the shit out of you. Like I said, I wasn't planning on streaming tonight, so, you know, this one's not together. I'm not working with Molly. I never... You notice what's weird is that she says Beetlejuice's name instead of Molly first. Now, why didn't she separate these two? Why didn't she start by, you know, discussing Molly? It's weird. You know, when someone's being dishonest, what they'll do is they'll try to bring up something else that's the least important thing first before they get to the most important thing, you know? I'm not working with Molly. I never did anything for Molly except give her super chats and become a member of her Patreon. I never gave Molly anyone's personal information. I never spoke to Molly on the phone or through email. Well, for someone that didn't do it, you sure are literally super paranoid, super scared, super guilty. You're literally the only suspect to who gave Molly the identity, spread it around, and did all of this. You're the only suspect. God's sake. Oh, I opened the same window. Let me close these shit. 5. Oh my goodness. Lord. Hi, Molly. Oh. Molly literally appeared to forget about Roseanne within a few hours of messaging me. Please read Nonsense's threats that Navy sent you before this takes too long. Oh, we're almost done. And I will. Don't worry. I'm going to get to everything. I actually work with 2 YouTube creators that formerly been close with Molly on how to leave her Patreon without causing an uproar. That, you know, I really feel like she's lying because she gives us so much strange information that just doesn't relate to anything. She's not direct. She's not, you know, to the point. It's all this fluff. It's all this distractionary text. So usually Roseanne would let me know that she was mentioning my name. I have no idea what she said about me. Oh, come on. You're watching everything that anyone says about you like a hawk. All I know is she doesn't know much about me, so whatever was being said was probably not true, question mark. Oh, Jesus Louises. This makes me think that what Molly said about you is true. I'm not going to miss it, Janelle. I'm not. I actually work with 2 YouTube... Oh, I read this part. See, the bottom part's all jumbled up. That's what's wrong. So always say how strange it is Molly didn't dox or attack me after I left because she does that to everyone who leaves. I agree. I was a little surprised she didn't go off when she realized who I was friends with after I left. But the difference between how I left and how her other... Let me click shit. Oh my God. And how her other patrons left is, I didn't run to an adverse creator, go on their panel and bash Molly. I didn't speak about Molly or make a video about her. I did my best to avoid chaos and drama. No, you... What? See, we know you're bullshitting because we know that you attacked Nonsense for Molly. So why did you attack Nonsense? Why did you lie about Nonsense? Why are you stuck on Nonsense? If all Nonsense does is talk about Molly. So you left Molly's group, but for some reason decided to still be mad that Nonsense talks about Molly. Sure. Sure. I 100% agree that it was cowardly. I didn't want to deal with Molly's wrath. Plus, Molly really didn't do anything wrong to me on a personal level. She had no reason to attack by making her video on her. Also, Molly does not have any of my personal information. I use prepaid Visa gift card and Patreon. See, this is just too much. I don't believe you at all. I do not believe any of this insanity. Don't believe it. Okay, where did I miss it? Where does she say that Molly offered to pay her? Oh, no, this is just literally jibber-jabber of the highest level. I would call it jibber-jabber. Oh, here it is. I never spoke to Molly on the phone or through email. I messaged with her twice through Patreon Messenger, and that's when she offered me money or subs to get Roseanne's info. I think Roseanne sent you this. Molly literally appeared to forget about Roseanne within a few hours of messaging me that. So, anyway, at least we know we have another bit of testimony about how Molly offers money to dox people, offers to pay people or get them subscribers to do the nasty things for her. And we already have been told by, I don't even know how many people, that she uses her Patreon more than anything else to do it because she feels that her patrons are very dedicated to her because they're the people willing to give her $50 a month. So, just another bit of proof. Now, here's the other thing, though. Molly usually has to know more about you. She has to know and be comfortable with you to offer you to be paid or to get subs to do something because she knows you could just screenshot it and turn her into Patreon and then she'd get kicked off the platform. Or, by the way, why didn't you take that DM at Patreon? You said it was through Patreon DMs. Why didn't you take the Patreon DM to Patreon support and get her kicked off of Patreon? Why not? It is completely against terms of service to try and pay your patrons through Patreon, which you did say was through Patreon, to harass and dox other people. So we definitely know that people need to be writing into Patreon very soon and letting them know that Molly is doing this on Patreon. That must happen now. So thank you, Penelope, for that one thing. At least we know we need to do that now more than anything. Because Molly's sitting here thinking we're just trying to ruin her life. We haven't reported her to Patreon. People have said they have. I haven't. I think everybody needs to, after hearing one of her psychopaths say that Molly was paying people through Patreon DMs to dox and harass people. which, by the way, has been said before. Yeah, exactly, Beth. Yeah, and Molly has to know more about you. She has to trust you, Penelope. Molly has to trust you in order for her to offer you money to go around doing this. Now, gee willikers, Batman, I wonder, why were you still attacking nonsense? Why have you been against nonsense this whole time? Why have you been lying on nonsense? Why are you trying to blackmail her with her nieces? Why are you doing all this crazy stuff to nonsense when you're not working with Molly? Huh.
I'll tell you what I said.
Hold on, let's start with the other one. We want to start with, who's this lost subs? Take accountability. Who's she talking to? Every time she gets mad, she tries to pretend that they're losing subscribers. Like, it's just constant. She does it all the time. So I know that she had a video that had Penelope's name in it. I just had it. Okay, maybe I was wrong. All right, here we go.
These people who like...
Which one? What one do you want me to watch? Tell me the name of it, and I'll pull it up. So true. So true. Which one is it? Oh. She lost subs? Oh, Penelope's definitely working with Molly. There's no way around it. Just absolutely. One Navy gave me last. This one's the one that I got last.
Front seat. In the front seat. Proof of this. I have no idea what Molly said about me in her live stream today. What did I say? Did I say anything about her in my live?
She offered her Patreon stuff to get somebody's address. See, this is why... Now, what Patreon can do is look into her messages back and forth with people and see if she's really doing this. And if she is, she has to have Patreon look into it. It's too much. If she's using Patreon to dox people, then the support team at Patreon need to check her DMs. It's just a fact.
Live stream today?
Yes, Cherie, there you are. Directly support. Cherie, the video you had for me didn't work. Directly support the Vaping Vader, paypal.me/unirock or Cash App money sign UniRachel.
Oh, what I said today was, I'll tell you what I said. I said...
Molly liked this shirt so much she went and bought it in every collar. Huh.
Is Penelope the reason why... No, is this bitch, Becky, the reason why Penelope is leaving?
So, Penelope literally is just now leaving. Just now. Do you hear the way she's talking about Penelope? Does it really sound like she's mad at Penelope?
YouTube. That's what I said. That's what I said. Okay. All right. I have no idea what Molly said about me in her live stream today because I don't watch her. Wow. You're the first person, Penelope, that actually lost interest in me and actually stopped watching me completely, I have to say.
Yeah, this is really Molly being mad at Penelope, isn't it? This is her so angry.
Wow, you successfully completed Molly Golightly rehab. You're sober now. Most people can't do that. Holy shit.
So narcissistic, dude. Like, do they even know or care how narcissistic they are? I just don't get it. Like, it's not a diss that people watch your stuff if you're acting like a psycho. What are you talking about? That's the best stuff to watch on the platform. People have been watching YouTubers act crazy since YouTube started. It's the literal most popular type of video, the commentary video. It's the biggest community, the most popular community. It literally makes up like 80% of YouTubers. So it's like...
Let's get her a chip. Huh. I have no idea because I don't watch her. But like I stated earlier, at 12:46 p.m. on Sunday, November 18th, 2022. Will do. I received 2 emails with your name and contact info.
Thank you, Clem.
The fuck? With several screenshots of your personal info. I had no idea if this was actually you. In fact, I thought it was a prank. I clicked on the Instagram listed in the email. I got the same email, so it must be in my email.
No, come on. You guys think we're gonna buy this shit?
And
you think we're gonna buy this?
Guess who liked? Hold on. Guess who liked the very first picture? Molly.
Are you kidding me?
I said it. Yes, I liked the first picture on Instagram of Becky's and her husband's. Yep. My first thought was, holy shit, nonsense has been working with Molly. What does that mean, working? Well, then your instincts suck. If that's what you thought, Penelope, then your instincts fucking suck. But then again, you did leave me for a bunch of junkie channels. You did. So your instincts kind of fucking suck. Yeah, I'm going to own you right now, bitch. Molly. My first thought was, holy shit, nonsense has been working with Molly. I think you know a little bit better. I think you should know me a little bit fucking better.
What does that even mean? Molly, you work with anyone. Anyone that you could possibly work with, you do.
Open your eyes.
What? You don't have a barrier for who you will or won't work with. It's not like nonsense is a bad YouTuber and I would never work with her. What? You work with Betty. It's like you only hang out with Justin and Betty and LB.
You act like you're so fucking tough and
oh, it's so fake.
You try to act like you know so much. Then you don't know shit.
What do you mean? Who acts like they know so much? We react to what you do. We put out, we remember things you guys say and do. And when you contradict yourself, we talk about it and show people where you're lying and shit. How is that hard? It's not hard.
Thank you, Misty. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I should be a lot more appreciated right fucking now.
She wants more money.
This entire time. No, you are fucking wrong. I wouldn't talk to that lowlife bitch ever. After
what? Well, what makes somebody a lowlife? What does? Is it if they don't like you? Because I think that's all it does. That's all it is, right? If someone doesn't like you, they're a bad person. And if someone does like you, then they're a good person. But that's not reality. That's narcissism. That means you rate everybody based on your own narcissistic perception of things. It doesn't mean you're looking at like how smart they are, how clean they are, how professional they are, how good they are. I mean, I just don't understand.
What she put that fucking family through. You fucking kidding me?
Okay. Well, it looks like we've found the... we found it. So this is the video. This has to be the video. Wow, that's thumbnail material right there. I need to save this. That is thumbnail material. Holy shit. Wow, she is mad, y'all. You weren't kidding, guys. She had a full-on, you know, psycho breakdown last night. Damn. Oh, damn. All right, let's see here. I just need to save this really fast. It'll just take me 2 seconds. Almost done. There it is. All right, let me save that. Had to save this thumbnail. That's gonna be a good, you guys know it's gonna be a good thumbnail tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? She is lit up, y'all. Whoa.
After what she put Letitia through.
So we talked about Letitia's fraud raiser, and it makes us these like really bad people, right? But if you go and you scream on someone's block, or if you get a bullhorn and act like a complete psychopath, yelling at somebody to go grab their daughter by the back of the hair and drag her downstairs, it's perfectly fine. And her version of reality is so skewed. Everything is so warped.
Fucking offend me like that! You're a fucking snake for saying that!
What'd she say? What'd she say? What did anybody say? We told the truth, man. We didn't say anything wrong. We told the truth, bro. Like, damn. I'm literally gonna get blown out of my chair watching this. Wow. Get the freaking popcorn, J-Dubs, because it's coming.
And that is why Nonsense has completely ignored all of the proof that she has. I am not involved with Molly. No, you fucking are not!
I don't believe you at all. Where's my red for inside the lull meter here? Hold up. Here it is. Hold up. I don't see it, dude. What the fuck? Well, there it is. Okay, hold on. Let me. We're not that high yet. Oh man, I messed up the lull, didn't I? Son of a fucking bitch. Okay, now let me fix it. There we go. Oh, nay, there it is. We're about right here, guys. We're right there. We're right here. Okay. I don't know why I don't know. Is it a Glad trash bag? I mean, it looks like a very high quality trash bag.
What's with the fucking emoji? Like you're fucking confused. What are you fucking confused over? Because I'm getting a little fucking suspicious over this fucking text message.
I think it's a community post or an email. Oh, that's an email.
Or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Oh my god, she's really angry.
Elle,
She's really angry, guys. She's really mad.
I'm speaking facts, huh? Yeah, I'm speaking fucking facts.
Well, why'd you try to pay her to dox somebody, Molly? Why'd you try to pay Penelope through Patreon DMs to dox somebody?
Why are you really fucking leaving? And this whole fucking thing.
I don't believe her. The minute she brings up Penelope's leaving, she gets really like she's acting. She puts on an act instead of just raging. She rages when she's mad at Nonsense, but when she's bringing up Penelope, it's a big act.
About you leaving the fucking internet, right? That you scrubbed your shit over the internet. You're this big fucking stalker, but all of a sudden you're sending some fucking dude a picture of yourself in a fucking bikini.
Penelope, I thought she barely knew you.
Oh, it's really me? That ain't fucking you. You think everybody's fucking stupid. Get the fuck out of here. What kind of games are you trying to fucking pull?
All you got to do is reverse image search the bikini picture, and if it doesn't come up with anything, then you know that it's a real picture.
Started out with Michelle, right? They'll never...
Yeah, you see what I'm saying, Jay? Like, she literally seems to flip back and forth between angry and putting on an act. And I swear, if we'll see how it goes into the future here, but you know, when she's talking to Nonsense, she starts screaming. When it's Letitia and Nonsense, so mad, right? And then when she talks about Penelope, it's, oh, you think you're leaving?
Finds me.
Like
They'll never find me. What did you tell me? You said that you had a medical degree and your husband had a legal degree, right? Gotcha.
That's not true. When you have a medical degree, you're really busy, okay? I'm just saying. And you typically don't, you know, go and spend a lot of time doing what Penelope's been doing, stalking Nonsense. So, you know, people don't waste their medical degrees like that. So I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, let's go. So I can only tell you this, between you and I, you are the only person that Molly follows on Instagram. Fucking follow her.
I don't believe her. I don't believe this behavior when she's reacting to Penelope. I don't believe it.
What are you, fucking retarded? I pressed fucking like to let that bitch know. Use your fucking brain.
To let her know what? To let her know that she just admitted it. She just admitted it. She is involved with doxing Nonsense. And Penelope was too, because Penelope and Molly both were watching the Instagram. Penelope knew about the Instagram like. Molly got caught with the Instagram like. Nonsense. Is your Instagram in your real person's identity? Or is it in Nonsense's identity? They both doxed you. It was Molly. It was Molly and Penelope, and they busted themselves.
And you fucking cunts. You know what? Get the fuck up here. Because I know you're fucking watching. Why don't you come up here and fucking defend yourself? Why don't you come up here and fucking defend yourself? I'm going to give you that fucking chance.
She stopped talking when she mentioned the Instagram post. The Instagram post happened last night the night before the docs with Molly and Penelope.
But I know you fucking won't, because you're a sneaky, slimy fucking snake who thinks she knows fucking everything.
Molly, someone coming on your show while you're half faking to be mad and half being mad isn't a tell on whether they're telling the truth or not. They might be busy.
You're not who your picture claims to fucking be, that you sent that little fucking squirt, a fucking bikini picture.
Will you stop calling men squirts? You called me a squirt the other day. Now you're calling some other man a squirt. We are not squirts. We are men, Molly.
Picture? Why would you do that, by the way?
What is wrong? She's starting to really creep me out, man. Really, it's like I'm watching It or something. Like when her voice changes, it scares me. When she changes her voice to that really like, I feel like I'm being punched in the face by somebody while they're talking in the nicest way possible. You know what I'm saying?
Aren't you married, right? To a guy with a fucking law degree, right?
I don't believe this. I don't believe it. Number one, she doesn't have a medical degree and she's not married to a guy with a law degree. And if that's the only information that you have about her that you're revealing, you'll never be able to dox her. So what you know about, if you dox Penelope openly on this stream, I'll believe you and Penelope aren't working together, because you would have done it to anybody else. You would have done it to anyone else. You would have doxed them openly tonight on the stream. You would have just straight doxed them. And if you don't dox Penelope, why are you protecting her?
And you got a medical degree, right? Psychology?
Oh, that's right, Charles. She called me a twerp. I'm sorry. I forgot what she called me. What was I saying? The other day I was saying that she called me a pickle. I don't know why the word twerp sounds like pickle to me.
I mean, that's what you said when you were talking about Michelle. I mean, that's what you said.
See what I mean? She's literally acting in an 80s B movie when she's mad at Penelope. And then she gets ferociously angry at Nonsense.
I don't know. Do we have to
Like, I could see her skiing down a slope wearing that, like, 80s ski gear while she's doing the shit to Penelope.
Dig that up? Do you think that you can't be fucking found? Let's keep going.
No. See, any other person, you would have doxed them right now. Anyone else, you would have been pissed and doxed them right now. You're protecting Penelope.
You're not fucking smarter than me, motherfucker.
I don't think I gotta touch that one.
Why do you think that I fucking liked her picture? And I don't fucking follow her. Somebody go through my follow list. I don't fucking follow her. And my question is why does that bitch have her fucking Instagram on fucking public?
Uh-oh. Molly, you and Penelope really messed up. Yeah, really messed up, because I don't think you and Penelope realize you outed yourself for doxing nonsense yet. I don't think it's it's hit you guys yet that you've just outed yourselves.
She's not a public figure.
Oh my God, she's scaring me right now.
I was surprised.
I am terrified. I'm gonna have nightmares.
Use your fucking brain, bitch.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
Between you and I, you are the only person that Malu follows on Instagram. I never.
That Malu follies? She's the only person that Malu follies? Wow!
Followed her. Take that shit back. I don't fucking follow her.
You're not even mad.
I went in there, I believe it was Friday, to let that bitch know
that you doxed her. That you and Penelope doxed her. Let her know what? That you and Penelope fucking doxed her.
At least. Dude.
Yeah. So it was you and Penelope. You doxed nonsense. Why did Penelope even send the email to nonsense? Why did Penelope even send it to her? Why?
Same thing I did to that little fucking burnt toast bitch, Anne. Who remembers fucking Anne? Remember Anne?
Remember, she still talks about you all the time. What do you mean remember? We don't have to remember her. She's around right now.
Anne. Even Adrian over here. Remember Anne? Remember I told you? Remember we called the lawyer guy?
I don't know. Is Adrian really there? Because I have a hard time believing Adrian's just sitting down there relaxing right now with the cold beer, having a good night.
Remember that bitch Anne? And I said I just fucking liked her picture on Facebook, and she automatically blocked me, and then she ran on YouTube. Remember we called Andrew? Okay.
So you're a doxer. You're a doxer. Why are you admitting this all right now? I gotta download this, by the way. We need this one.
Over that fucking girl. And she had the fucking lawyer thing, and he was going to talk to them. And you said, wow, if she was smart, she would have just...
I don't hear his voice at all. I don't hear his voice. Like, I'm going to tell you now, if Rachel was sitting there screaming at the computer like this for hours, I wouldn't be in the same room. It would give me a headache.
Not have said...
You can hear Walter right at the last second before you paused. Oh, okay. So he is there? Okay.
Anything instead of blocking you. Remember that?
Sorry. There he is. There's Walter.
Remember that?
Okay.
You said it in the bedroom.
Oh my God, dude. This is just golden. This is literally just golden. This is good stuff.
You contacted me
You really don't remember the fucking time where I said, Ann Van, whatever, student, blah, blah, blah. You don't remember that fucking time that we were on the fucking phone with your fucking friend,
Yes.
Andrew, about that specific girl, Ann Van. And I said, look, I just fucking pressed like on her fucking picture.
Right.
And she immediately blocked me. And you said, wow, she's stupid. I go, I just confirmed.
She's stupid. She's stupid. She is stupid. You just admitted to doxing her. You admitted that you were on a doxing pursuit of both Nonsense and Toasty. You found you searched and searched and searched until you found their personal pages and liked their videos. Then the next couple days on YouTube, they get doxxed. You got so fucking angry that you've admitted to doxing them. You not only admitted to breaking TOS here, if they wanted to sue you now, they would be able to own you in court. Like, I don't know if they're going to because, you know, you probably don't have no fucking money. You probably just pretend to. Especially after your channel gets deleted for admitting to this. Jesus Christ. I'm going to save this really quick, guys. I usually try not to save when I'm live. This is the 30-minute, we'll say 28-minute mark. Admits to doxing Toast and Nonsense. All right, if my internet buffers a tiny bit, guys, it'll come right back in. Let me just download this. Shouldn't take long.
Email name. Now I did try, and I'm gonna record
right.
it.
We got it. I just can't believe it. If Walter was the man and not the pussy he is, she would know better than to talk to him that way. Or he wouldn't have helped her dox, because now Walter has admitted to helping her dox 2 people on the internet. Now, if we are to believe, which I do believe because I think he has a nice house, if we're to believe that Walter has money, I don't think Nonsense and Toasty should sue Molly. I think they should sue Walter. I'm not joking. Oh, by the way, the LOL meter is about to hit close to the top on this one. I don't know what Walter really does, but, you know, there's at least a couple $100,000 that Toasty or Nonsense could get into their pocket, like, real quick. I don't even think it'd go to court. I think Walter would settle. Because if it went to court, he would know he's fucked. I mean, seriously, could you imagine a dude with this badass job where he's got, like, you know, all this cash flow coming in to where he pays for the cars, he pays for the houses, he pays for the bills, he pays for everything. She tries to say he's got this awesome job. Okay, fine, he does. Why in the world wouldn't Nonsense and Toasty sue the living fuck out of him? He just admitted to it. Like, this is not a joke. This is not part of the sketch. It's not part of the stream. I'm being dead serious. Why wouldn't they sue both of them right now? After this. So, Molly doxes another YouTuber because they laughed at her. And another YouTuber because she busted a fraud raiser of hers. And then Walter and Molly... Walter helps Molly get on the phone to one of his buddies where they share the identity and do something with that information with this person. Oh no, but there's a lot in Walter's name. This time Walter's in the clip and he admitted to it. I just heard him. I just heard Walter admit to it. Like, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you do it? If you found out some rich ass motherfucker up in Hershey, Pennsylvania was doxing you and shit and calling his friends and talking about you, and then you got all this shit happen to you where people are fucking coming at you and threatening you and shit like that, wouldn't you sue him? Like, just for the fuck of it. You know how many lawyers would pick up that case and not even charge anyone anything? Like, you don't even have to pay the lawyer. Toasty or fucking nonsense wouldn't even have to pay the lawyer. The lawyers would take it up with the 33% split because they know they're going to get fucking paid. Because they know he's going to settle. You know he's going to offer at least 20 G's, 40 G's, 80 G's, whatever the lawyer can get to keep it out of court. Is he really going to want that shit going to court? He'd lose his job. You know? Like, he would get in trouble at his work. If he really does have this awesome job like Molly says, he would want it dismissed and under the table just because, like, people at work are going to know that Walter is on the internet with his wife doxing people and shit. 33 in that third. 33.9999999. I'm dead serious, man. I hope Toasty or Nonsense or Dre, one of them does it, because these people are I've never seen anything like it. You know what? I got to get real for a minute. I'm not Unirock now. Hi, I'm Jason. I got to get real for a second again. I just did this the other night. I have been on the internet for all these years, and I've seen so many examples where rich people do dumb shit on the internet, or they pay somebody to do dumb shit on the internet, and they never, ever allow themselves to slip up and admit what they fucking did live. Ever. This is the literal first of the first. It's the first of the first right here. Oh, thanks, Pixelated. You know, I'm not doing math right now. I'm just laughing at these insane people. I mean, shit, dude. Tell me, okay, let's say he's on the board at the fucking Hershey chocolate plant, okay? Even if he's on the board at the Hershey chocolate plant, for fuck's sake, or even if he's like a banker or something, right? Could you imagine? It would at least be a news story in that whole area. It may not be like a nationwide news story, but it would be a news story in their area. Hershey board member and his wife spend their nights doxing people on the internet because they laugh at them for acting stupid. Tonight at 3 on Hershey local news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the thing is, Walter's never once admitted that he is participated in any of Molly's shenanigans until now. I've never seen a clip where Walter admits to participate. It's already a liability to the YouTube platform. I honestly, truly believe that when Team YouTube gets a hold of this, the teams that YouTube gets a hold of it, I think they'll be banned. I've been saying that for a minute, but it takes a long time, man. I said it when we first started. It can take a long time. Took a year and a half for a couple people. One of them wasn't until fucking October of 2020 when everything happened in 2018. So, I mean, it just takes time. But this isn't. That case was very complicated. This one's very simple. So I'm thinking it could happen, you know, and I think Molly knows that her time is limited on the platform. She already knows. So it's like she's basically just trying to rake in as much money as she can until she gets banned right now. Holy shit. Oh yeah, I've got them all in folders and everything. I've got everything in, and this is only one of this is my more recent folder. This is just one of them from the last like week. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the folder where Molly busts herself. 000 MGL busts herself. So all the clips where Molly busts herself go into that folder. My folders are now so specific. I've got Molly going crazy, Molly doxing people, Molly busts herself, You know, I've got all these different videos downloaded now. Oh, yeah, you can hear Walter. I bet you can just enhance the audio and probably hear every word coming out of his mouth. I couldn't hear him at first, and I just couldn't imagine her saying to Walter, Walter, you don't remember helping me dox Toasty? Come on, Walter, don't you remember you helping me dox Toasty, and then we got a hold of your buddy? And then we did this, and then we did this? She just admitted to doxing burnt toast and nonsense. Literally. Like, I'm not exaggerating. She just admitted to it. Someone says at 46:30, she tells Heels on the Ground to get her address, but didn't say she got the same email as Penelope with all the information is nonsense. 46, we're at 30 minutes, so let's go up to 46:30. Yeah, if anytime you guys have timestamps of what I'm... Oh my god! Thumbnail! Anytime you guys have really good timestamps when I'm watching something, give it to me. Oh, somebody needs to message Toasty. If you talk to Toasty, if you like message back and forth with Burnt Toast, let her know that at 30 minutes in Molly's video, calling out some nonsense Ms. Doubtfire with Penelope, let her know that she fucking admits to doxing Toasty. Because I bet Toasty's gonna want this. If Toasty doesn't already have it, Toasty is gonna want this. Toast knows? Thanks, J-Dub. Good. Good.
Golightly, I hate her. Yeah, you don't. They're fucking rubbing their fucking clits, right? They're fucking right. I'll send you an autograph fucking picture. What do you want?
I'll send you an autograph picture. Somebody please take the audio out of that. Here, look what happens if you just remove the audio. Watch. Just watch. If you remove the audio, watch what she does. Because I can just think of all the memes we can insert into this. I'll send you an autograph picture. Okay, here's where you cut the audio in. Ready?
Fucking clits, right? They're fucking right. I'll send you an autograph fucking picture.
I mean, think of the amount of things we could put before she says, I'll send you an autograph picture.
What do you want? Yeah.
I know what I want. I don't want an autographed picture of you. That's what I want, and not have that.
Get me Miss Doubtfire's address, people.
Yep, I just peed my pants. Hold on, this is my reaction. Let me find it. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me replay this for you because this is what just happened to me. Okay. Shit.
Right? They're fucking right. I'll send you an autograph fucking picture. What do you want? Yeah. Get me Miss Doubtfire's address, people.
Well, the teacher asked me what was the capital of North Carolina. I said, Washington, D.C.
Bingo. Nice.
She said, no, you're wrong. I said, you got a lumpy butt. She got mad at me and yelled at me, and I pissed in my pants. And I never did change my pee pants all day.
And I didn't change my pee pants the whole stream.
Can someone from Heels on the Ground get me Miss Doubtfire's friggin'
Why aren't you just gonna say address again, Molly? You already said address. You already said address. Thumbnail number 4. As soon as Molly said that.
Said, you got a lumpy butt. She got mad at me and yelled at me, and I pissed in my pants. And I never did change my pee pants all day. I'm still sitting in my dirty pee pants. Said, you got a lumpy.
We'll give her something to pleasure herself with. Look at this. No contact order could possibly cause any issues with you continuing to care for your nieces. He's
You caught it. I caught it. I forgot about that part, but it works. Does it work? It works, right?
not
It
sure.
works.
But he said it's always a possibility. You're threatening Miss Doubtfire. That's a clear threat. But then again, how can she shoot back?
Wait a minute. So you know that Penelope threatened by saying that. How is what you've said not a threat? Ah.
She doesn't know who you are. So you're threatening her, Miss Doubtfire.
You're not funny, Molly. The joke doesn't work, so it's not funny.
Becky, let me look.
I mean, seriously, your insult really does fit more to you than it does her. So it's just another one of those projections I always talk about with you.
Becky, let me look.
Saying. Saying.
It is called
Rental house regrets? It matters where you stay.
WICK.
Research shows that nostalgia.
There you go. And every time someone Googles Becky Doubtfire, we love you at Armchair Detective. Good. Love it. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. You are.
Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. So you're the Lord, and you're gonna get vengeance. I wonder what that means. I wonder if that's not a threat. I wonder, is this a threat?
Absolutely right. And my mother would be like,
Your mother. I am not gonna believe that your mother be okay with anything you've done in the last few months. I'm not gonna think of her in that bad of a way. I'm not gonna disrespect someone who is an elder, like that's older than us, that would. You want me to think that your mother would watch these videos and be okay to any degree? Really?
like this. She'd be like, I'd say cheers to that, but I can't have any wine. She goes,
No, your mother would be. You in your head, you slowed down because you know what your mother would say to you. You know what your mother would say. She'd be talking about your behavior, the way you treat people, the disrespect.
She goes, I can't even have a cigarette. But all right, I'm almost done with this fucking stupid.
See, that's why your little joke didn't make any damn sense, because you just shook yourself. You were about to say some little quip about your mother, and you realized it hit you. All the times your mother scolded you for acting this way. All the time that your mother told you not to be disrespectful and act, a fool all the time. And you just heard it in your head. It ran at 1,000 miles an hour.
Fucking threat.
I don't believe your mother would say anything about the people you're talking about. She would be talking about you, and you know
That's
it.
what she's doing. She's fucking threatened.
That's what she's doing, Molly. Someone else is threatening people. It's not you. It's not like this entire video is nothing but you admitting to doxing nonsense and Toasty, and then threatening nonsense with the doxing in a fury that you've been in ever since your dox backfired in your face. Ever since nonsense took the power away from you and showed her face and beat you to the punch. And you know, that's probably why you kicked Penelope out of Patreon. And it's probably why you're telling Penelope, if you want back in my good graces, you're going to send this to nonsense. And if you want back in my good graces, you're going to tell everybody I kicked you out and make it look like you didn't give me the docs.
You should fucking quit while you're ahead. If you're leaving fucking YouTube, just fucking go out the door.
Who's leaving YouTube? Who is leaving YouTube? See, you want her to leave YouTube. You want your intent with this harassment, this doxing, is for your target to leave YouTube. You can't stand us reacting to what you do. You can't stand the fact that you act like this, but you can't control it. And then when we take the videos, even if you delete them, take the videos, even if you get rid of them and react to them, you know you can't take our videos down. You know you can't fucking dox us and scare us away. You know you have no power, and you get madder and madder and madder and madder. You were denying, when I put videos out a couple months ago that you were doxing people, you were denying it. You were telling people I was lying on you and trying to be on your best behavior. Now look at you.
Silently. That's really what you should do.
Oh, yeah, that's what you want her to do. That's what you want nonsense to do, to silently leave YouTube. It's why you doxed her. It's why you and Penelope doxed her.
If you can't fucking handle it.
See, no, actually, you are breaking terms of service, and you know it. Has nothing to do with her. You can't handle the commentary, and it's why you act like this. It's why you dox people. You can't handle it. If you could handle it, you'd respond to us with your own words and your own content. You can't handle it, so instead, you identify people's locations, their homes, their families, and you threaten them. Then they get a bunch of threats from a bunch of sock accounts, and then you sit and swear to God that you didn't do it. You will do it. You will sit here in a week or in a few days, and you'll act like you didn't do it. You'll get mad if someone comes in your chat and says that you dox nonsense and Toasty, and you'll ban them. It just happened last night. You started your rant last night with all these people coming in your chat saying you dox nonsense, and you got pissed off and blocked all of them, and you just admitted to do it. You just threatened her, and you think it's like hard for us to figure this shit out or something. You think it's hard. This is why you've only got a couple thousand views on Molly Golightly. This is why. It has nothing to do with me, and it has nothing to do with nonsense. It's you. You upload there, trying to clickbait more tragedies, and you got like 1,500 damn views. I got more views talking about the Liver King on my channel with 20-some thousand subs. And it's because you act like this. You're a cringe lord. You're a lolcow. It's your destiny. You can't fight it. You can't change it. It's you. It's you. It's why you tried to avoid YouTube. It's why you tried to avoid growing on YouTube.
Get the fuck out. You don't fuck with people. You want to do the fucking...
You're right. I'm sorry. You guys are right. I'm at least going to go up to like the tippy top. It's not exploding yet. but it's at the tippy top.
Yeah, listen, everybody wants to fuck with everybody else, but when people start...
No. Nobody is fucked with anybody, Molly. You are the only one in Penelope fucking with people. You guys are the only ones doing it. We're just doing our show. We're just doing our content. We're not fucking with anyone. We are allowed to do this by law. It is our right. We also have a right to privacy. Right? What's a crime, Molly? Do you know what a crime is? See, the thing is, you think because you aren't getting in trouble yet that you're not doing anything wrong, right? But that's not how it works. You realize there are people that go out and commit crime every day. They sell drugs for years before they go to prison for 20 years. So, do you know what a crime is? A crime is where you violate someone else's right. Their rights. Violate their rights to, I don't know, not have their money taken out of their pocket and be robbed. You're going to go to jail. You violate their rights by trying to sell them a car that the engine is completely destroyed in, and you patch together to make it run for 5 minutes so you can try to sell it to somebody. And then you get in trouble for it, and you have to give them their money back to take you to court and sue you, and they win. You violate somebody's rights when, I don't know, I can name a million things. We all know what a crime is, what it is to violate someone's rights. You hurt someone physically, they have a right to exist in public in their home without being hurt physically. Go to jail. Now, why do you think it's okay for you to violate someone's privacy, violate someone's rights on the internet? Oh, that's right. It's not. It's just new. So it takes longer for things to happen. But you still get in trouble. Still get banned. Still get sued. Right? What happened to the woman that made all those videos about the celebrity? Who was it? One of those celebrities out there had a YouTuber making thousands of dollars every single month lying about her. Making up all these crazy stories, and it was working because people were like, damn, you've got all the info that no one else has. She just lost a defamation lawsuit. I think it was Cardi B was who she lost it against for millions and millions and millions of dollars. A YouTuber. Right? What about people that swat and dox? You didn't hear about the guy who swatted someone that got 20 years in prison? You haven't heard about the people that ran fraud raisers that have gone to prison? Because all you got to do is search Google. I showed you how to do it. Talk about searching Google. You can search Google to find out about fraud raisers. You see, the only difference is, Molly, on the internet, people get to sit and break the rules for a longer period of time before they get in trouble. They still get in trouble if they're dumb enough to put the evidence out publicly. If they're dumb enough to get busted, they still get in trouble.
Fucking with them, they can't handle it. Oh, I'm gonna go legal on your ass.
You're gonna go what? Because this has to be my donation. When someone donates to me, it needs to pop up and do this. You're gonna go what now?
People start fucking with them, they can't handle it. Oh, I'm gonna go legal on your ass.
I'm going to go legal on your... I can't even do it. I'm going to go legal on your... I'm going to go legal on your... Molly, you're the only one that threatens to go legal on anybody. You're the only one. You and Bullhorn Betty are the only ones that threaten to go legal on anybody. We don't threaten to sue people. I don't know what you're talking about. We haven't threatened to sue you. I haven't heard nonsense in Toasty. I want them to, but they haven't done it. No one's gone legal on your... Whatever you said. Damn, would it be nice if they did finally.
I'm going legal on your ass.
Yeah, that's you and Betty. See, you and Betty go around trying to file lawsuits against people that laugh at you online And then you try to fucking like, you know, get him hemmed up in court and it gets thrown out. Betty's, how many lawsuits does Betty have filed right now? Frivolous bullshit lawsuits for defamation and shit like that. Like 12, she said. Right? Well, I wonder, what if you had someone who had done what you've done to Toasty and Nonsense to you? Would you go after them? Well, we know you would, because you go after people and threaten to sue people who laugh at you. You threatened to sue me. It just shocked you when I said do it. And I pulled up a bunch of clips of you doxing me and lying on me and attacking me and telling lies about me and shit. I said, please, because I could put these right in front of the judge. And mysteriously, just about 20 minutes later on your stream, you said, I'm going to wait on him to sue me. Even though I never said I was going to sue you. I said, you can sue me so that I can put all these clips in front of the judge. I never said I was going to sue you.
I'm going to go. No, you're not. Bitch, sit the fuck down. You ain't doing shit.
See, notice the change in the tone of your voice, Molly. Notice the change in the tone of your voice there. Because you know that there are a few people on the internet that could sue you for everything you have, you and Walter. You already know. You got that scared look on your face. You were being nice and funny till it hit you. Right? Sitting there, oh, illegal on your ass. And then it hits you. Oh, shit. I better hope that Toasty and Nonsense don't sue me. I don't know why they wouldn't. Actually, I'm misspeaking again. They wouldn't sue you. You put everything in Walter's name. But with this video, at the 30-minute and 20-second mark, they've got Walter admitting to doxing them now, finally. You finally slipped up, and in your rage, you got Walter to admit he been doxing people with you. I just played the clip. So I think it's kind of hitting you right here. I think you got a change in your tone, you know? A little bit of scared Molly coming out right here.
Guess what? You're going to go to the cops? Guess what the cops are going to tell you? Get off YouTube.
The cops have not told anybody that. The cops took everybody's reports and started an investigation and put out a summons against Letitia for felonious fraud and misdemeanor harassment. So what do you mean? You've admitted that Letitia was summoned to court. You admitted that she had to go to court. We've shown the reports. The cops didn't turn anybody away. Now, the cops may have turned you guys away. They may have turned locals away. You see, that's what you guys keep misrepresenting. You and Penelope and others. See, we know how it works. If you have evidence, the cops won't turn you away. If you're lying, then the cops will. So, you know, it's hard for me to believe Nonsense or Toasty would have a problem going to the cops and filing a report against Walter for free this week after hearing Walter admit to this. Very true, Jersey. She will. She'll do this to the wrong person one day. She will. It's dangerous for her too. This is why it's disgusting, because she has kids that live with her, doesn't she? And she's putting those kids in danger every single time she does this. Because she never knows. You never know. So many people avoid the internet because they're worried that one person just might throw their whole life away to come and try to burn your house down or kill you or whatever. So many people don't go to the internet because of that fear. And then out of the people that do go to the internet, what we do is we actually do what we are supposed to do. We just give our opinion and talk and look at the public things people put out there. It's our right to do it. So that's why we're kind of protected. We're not doing anything we shouldn't be doing. Molly can't get mad at Nonsense or Burnt Toast and say that they're infringing on her rights in any way unless she's lying. You know? Because all she has is the clips of Nonsense giving her opinion about the stuff she's doing. If Nonsense ever goes beyond that and starts doing this right here to Molly, then Molly would have an argument. If I started to do what Molly's doing, she would have an... That's why I always tell people not to go full lolcow on people. Don't go full lolcow. Get up on the internet, give your opinion, laugh at people that act cringy. Someone lies on you, laugh at them. Lies have no power here. When faced with the truth, the only time the lies have power is when someone like Molly creates the illusion that she can do something to you. That's the only time her lies have power, is if you believe her illusions. That she's a god. That she's better than everybody else. That she's allowed to do whatever she wants, but somehow we're not even allowed to properly commentate to the rules of YouTube. She can dox you. She can threaten you. She can go after your address. She can insult you based on, your looks and try to act like, make fun of you for whatever weird way she tries to do it, right? She can do any of those things, and she's allowed to do it. She just said, go to the cops and try. See, a random person that Molly insults on the internet, if they went to the cops or if they sued her, they would just get turned away. Molly's right about random people that she attacks. But when it comes to someone like Burnt Toast or Nonsense, who she has doxed and who she has messed up and admitted that her husband Walter helped, and then Walter sits over there and goes, he doesn't say anything and he shakes his head no, and Molly goes, what are you talking about, Walter? I was talking to your friend on the phone, and then she said this, and then I clicked that. You don't remember? Come on, Walter, you don't remember that. Come on, you have to. And then she gets mad and start yelling at him. So Walter's like, okay, Molly, yes, I remember. And then we called your friend and we took the information and gave it to him. Literally, Molly didn't realize, because she was so mad, that she was implicating Walter in her doxes against Toasty and Nonsense. At least against Toasty.
Get off YouTube. Get off YouTube. They never say it to me.
No, we've been saying this to you for a long time. What are you talking about? Literally, we've been telling you to either get off YouTube or just stop and do normal content. I've been saying this for months to you. I don't know how you sit there and just make shit up. Yes, that's our argument. You need to stop doing this on YouTube, get off the platform, or lose your channel. It's too late for the getting off of YouTube with you now, so you're going to lose your channel even if you leave YouTube. It's not my fault. It ain't Nonsense's fault that you decided to live stream yourself breaking every TOS under the damn sun in a row every single day for like 2 months. That's your bad, okay? That ain't on us. We just laughing at it. We're just laughing at... We already know what's going to happen. We're just chilling, waiting. We're just waiting on it. And you're just feeding us content every single day while we're chilling.
They never say it to me. Mine's an actual business.
No, it's not. You see, just because you filed it as a business, it doesn't mean it's an actual business. If I put up a front of a business, but my business is for me to go walk around, find people that have experienced tragedies, yell at them, throw stuff at them, stand in their front yard, it's not an actual fucking business. You have to be putting out literally a product that other people want to consume and that you make money from for it to be a business. If you violate the law with a contract, the contract is void. If you violate the law with your business, it's a criminal enterprise. It's not a fucking business. So I'm sorry. Maybe back when you weren't doing, I don't think you've ever been here while you're not doing this. No, you don't have a fucking business. You're not a businesswoman. You're a psychopath that got on the internet and doxed and threatened and went after a bunch of people after you fucking did a fraud raiser too many times and people got sick of it. And you know what's funny? Do you know why Letitia and you and the people that tried to rip off Marvon and Dre and all, with the fraud raiser, do you know why you guys got stopped? Do you know why Letitia ran away? Letitia would be sitting here right now raising money on Molly's show if it wasn't for all of you that filed reports. The reports that the police actually took and started the investigation with, Molly, that goes against your whole narrative about how people go to the cops and they just get turned away, you know?
Hold on. I'm almost done.
Thank God. Because my thermometer is about to pop. The lolmometer, the lolcal thermometer is about to literally bust.
If you don't care enough about your nieces, well...
Do not call it a threat. If you call it a threat after threatening nonsense so much, the lolcal meter is going to hit the top. It's literally this far from the top.
Being to stop harassing me. Why do I? What does that say about you? Now she's trying to gaslight, right?
Oh. Penelope. Did Molly just call you out for lying and gaslighting in your little letter? Wonder what she means by that. Could it mean that, you know, she knows that you actually did dox her with Molly and that you're lying? Seems like.
Okay, here's the last comment. She got 9 likes on it. Probably went up. You are clearly unwell. We have a community of unwell people.
No, Molly, you do. Our community, the community that laughs at you, we're all very well. We take care of ourselves. We're happy. We're chilling, just hanging out on the internet, having fun every once in a while together. Yeah, but I do believe you are leading the charge of unwell people under the banner of I'm your life coach so that you can wield them as doxers. I do completely believe you there.
You've been harassing people online since 2018. How would you know? Didn't you take a sabbatical for a couple
What is she reading now? Because she was reading this thing to nonsense, but I don't remember this part of
years?
it. Go to 34 minutes. Will do. Because I need to break this up a bit. I need to break this up a bit. Thank you, Jersey.
Wow. Wow.
I love that sound effect, but hold on. I want to hear what she says wow
Amber's
to.
ass? Oh, is that a fact? Just assuming. Penelope is up Amber's ass? Oh, is that a fact?
See, and this is how Molly gets her information. And I watched this happen during the Dre fraud raiser. She will literally take the stuff that her audience says to her. Like, they might see a comment that someone leaves. Maybe Penelope left a comment over here, or maybe she's working with Amber. I don't know. But they see a comment on a video, and then they go to Molly and say, she's working. Like, remember when I was over here and I was literally just giving them advice on how they should handle the refunds of their fraud raiser, or else there was going to be a criminal investigation, and they would be crying and screaming and whining about how, you know, that's what I was saying over here. And her audience member went from my chat back to her and said, he's over there talking shit on you. And she just believes it. Literally, they lie and troll. People in her chat troll her and make her think that they're members, make her think that they're subscribers. And they feed her lies to try to get her to, you know, flip out all the time. All the time.
Really now? Wow.
See, she doesn't ask for evidence. Yeah, Penelope could be up Amber's ass, but we have no clue because it was just someone with a poodle telling you this in your chat. So whether she is or not, who knows? It's just that you're going to take it as if it's fact, and you're going to wig out and, you know, do a whole bunch of crazy stuff because of it. You're going to believe it. Pug says, Penelope said she took a few years off the internet and just came back a few months ago. Yeah, she didn't. Nothing that Penelope says is... Penelope is a troll, okay? Penelope, I've known it since she first showed up in my chat. I don't even know when it was. It was during the fraud raiser. She is a troll. She just says things. She's like Michelle. And no, I'm not trying to be mean to Michelle. I'm just telling you the truth about her. They just say things and do things. They do it for fun. They do it for attention. They do it for money. They do it for whatever they can get. They just get up there run around, whether they're on a stream, whether they're not, whether they're in a video, whether they're in wherever. They just say shit to try and make themselves part of a story, to piss off whoever they're mad at and get people to, they want people to back them. That's all they care about. As long as someone's going to back them, it can be one person or it can be 1,000 people. They've fulfilled their goal. They're happy.
What ass? I'm just saying that some pictures surfaced of her, and I was just like, oh, did you see the picture?
Yeah, we know you're a doxer. Okay, listen, we know this is the time when Molly has the Christmas breakdown after the fraud raiser, when the money stops coming in. She starts complaining about being broke and e-bagging, and then it leads to her doxing a bunch of people that criticize her and getting busted for it because she's doing it real sloppy because she's most likely drunk off her ass while doing it. Then she implicates Walter in it. It gets even worse. And then she starts admitting to all the doxing she does. We know this is the Christmas breakdown. We're ready for it. I predicted it. We knew it was coming. Let's have it. Give it to me. I'm tired.
Just the surface of her. Did anybody get to see Amber?
I wouldn't be surprised if her and Penelope planned this whole shit for views. Oh, no. I completely believe that her and Penelope are working together to some degree still. I don't know if Molly really is mad at Penelope in this moment, and I don't know if that's going to change because these people are volatile and they're crazy. They could have already been hugging and making up by now. Maybe they're still pissed at each other a little bit, but I bet you money she's still talking to Molly. I bet you money she's still communicating with Molly in some fashion. Molly's telling her what she wants from her. She's listening to it. And I don't believe a single bit of this. Now, listen, some of it, there's some truth littered into some pieces of it. There is truth littered here. Like, they doxed nonsense together. That she then tried to use a dummy email account to make it look like she didn't dox nonsense. And if you read the stuff Penelope writes, she's telling on herself through the whole thing from start to finish. Based on what she chooses. So ask yourself this. If you were Penelope and you're a normal, regular person, and you're trying to communicate to nonsense what Penelope says she's trying to, hey, let's have a truce. Let's not talk about each other. I don't want any more drama. You know, what do you say to each other? You can say it in under a paragraph, and you should. Shouldn't bring up 98% of all the shit she brought up. All that extra stuff tells you everything you need to know about what Penelope is doing. Everything except what needs to be there tells you everything you need to know. And then when Molly flips out and she's acting like this and going back and forth and everything, you know, the little things like her doxing Toasty, her doxing nonsense, her doxing Amber and trying to get her naked pictures and all this garbage. And, you know, you can tell what stuff is good information and what stuff is their act.
This is Amber, you guys. This is
Jesus
a girl
Christ.
that said...
I don't want to see it.
I know. Oh, yeah.
I don't want to see her dildo, Molly. You may want... Why do you have this on your phone? Why? And it looked like she had a booty. It wasn't flat.
Believe it or not,
it was flat.
This is what nonsense looks like. This is a woman.
She looks like a normal, pretty woman. What I don't know why you have such an issue with nonsense. She has a nice home in the background. She has good hair. She's got a pretty face. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your whole nonsense. I think you've literally broken yourself. Breezy says, "Hiya, hey Breezy, good to see you."
That is making fun of my looks. Yeah.
I've never heard her make fun of your looks. I've heard her make fun of your Botox. I've heard her make fun of like when your cheek implants are sagging and things like that, but I have never heard her make fun of your looks just straight out. I've heard her joke.
She called me ugly and uneducated and horrible, blah, 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 blah.
You're not holding up a picture of an ugly person, though. Like, you're not. And I don't know what your game is here.
I'm everything that you wish you could be.
You've got to be kidding. Molly, listen. I used to look way better when I was younger, okay? My muscles were all way bigger than they are now, right? My belly wasn't protruding. I actually like it. I like my belly now. you know, I didn't look older like I do now, right? I mean, we were all young once. None of us are young now. You are older than most all of us, which is fine, which is good. It's a good thing to age. It's a good thing to live your life. You should be proud of it. You should be happy about it. You should embrace it. It's who you are, right? Should never feel ashamed of how you look. Never feel ashamed of how you age. That's all just superficial bullshit that you're taught by the movie industry or the celebrity industry or social media or whatever it is. And it's not reality. You go and you see the 99% of every single social media model that you see is photoshopped like crazy. Go to Instagram versus reality and look for the celebrity version. Don't even look at normal people. Look at celebrity, Instagram versus reality. Because they don't look like that, Molly. They don't. They don't even look like they present. Have you seen what Madonna really looks like? I mean, she doesn't look too bad, but you know, she does look like she's a robot now with all the additional things she's put into herself. Anyway, the point is, Molly, I'm not insulting you. I'm just trying to be real with you because it's what you need to hear. You're not young anymore. You're never gonna be, and that's okay. You don't need to be sitting here being hateful and nasty just because people laugh at the craziness that you do. And if you want to laugh back at nonsense, do it. But you're not. You're trying to be nasty. And that's why you look so salty and jealous of nonsense. And you are. But I'm going to tell you now, you just made a claim. You said you are what everybody else wants to be or what nonsense wants to be. Molly, nobody wants to look like you. Not being malicious. It's being real. Wants to look like you. Nobody wants your life because that life and those looks are what has led you to be this way. You need to take a good amount of time and work on yourself. You're out of your mind.
If I wasn't, you wouldn't be up my ass, coming out of my mouth, obsessed.
And she is staring at nonsense. She is staring at Nonsense's picture while she says this. I got to show you this because this is literal Silence of the Lamb. I want to wear the skin or else it gets the hose again type of crazy right here. Look at this.
Up my ass.
Look.
Coming out of my mouth. Obsessed.
She is looking at Nonsense. Staring at her. She's got a picture of Nonsense on her screen. She just showed it. That's why I pulled it away. She's staring into Nonsense's eyes and saying this. She's obsessed with Nonsense. She's obsessed. She's that mad at Nonsense. She's that obsessed with her. It's what's led to the doxing. It's what's led to the threats. Jealousy. It's saltiness. And it's about as cringy as it gets. I hate to have to be the voice of reason in these kind of situations all the time, guys. I told you I wanted to go back to playing video games over here and uploading meme funny videos on Unirock too. Why do I keep getting myself into these situations? I don't want to be the voice of reason anymore.
If I wasn't everything you wanted to be.
She's still doing it. She is still, look, I'm not going to play it. I'll show it to you though, because God knows if she's going to put another freaking dildo on the screen. But she is talking directly to Nonsense's picture. This is scary. This is Molly is broken. Okay, her brain just broke, and she's staring at the picture of Nonsense, trying to convince Nonsense of the things that she's saying. Inside her, because she can't get what she wants from Nonsense. If you don't believe after watching this that she sits in her bathroom with a picture of Nonsense in front of her on her phone, screaming at her at night until she falls asleep, I'm sorry, you're crazy, because that's what she's doing. Okay? If you don't believe that she hasn't printed Nonsense's face out on a piece of paper, taken a pair of scissors and an X-Acto knife and cut it perfectly out, taped it on her face, and then danced in front of the mirror as Nonsense by now, you're crazy. That's what she's doing, or else she wouldn't be doing this.
You wouldn't give a shit about me. Look at this. Look.
I'm looking. I'm looking. I don't see anything wrong with nonsense. She's a normal person. She's pretty. She's blonde and has hair. She's a girl. She's a woman.
She's trying. What
do you mean she's trying? She's not trying. Her face isn't full of Botox and fillers and things and stuffs, and I don't even know what they're called, and Morpheus 55. She's not wearing the same jacket 55 times in a row, but she bought different colors of it for like $500 a jacket because she's trying to look like a celebrity. She's not got makeup caked on her face to the point that she's hiding her real face with a literal mask of face that if she wanted to pull off, it would literally come off like a mask. She's just being herself.
are you trying to do? You're trying to get your hair in?
Oh my God, she's talking to her again. She's talking to nonsense again. Molly, this is not healthy. This is one of the creepiest things I've seen on this platform. Oh my God. Oh, you know, maybe I will pixelated. I will. I have been working on my tutorials. I have been working on them.
Into a bum like Molly Golightly?
I'll hook you guys up. I will.
Holy crap. She's like, all you have is Botox. Now, the thing is when I went to her chat today, I was at Julian's.
She showed her face on her stream before you doxed her, okay? What is this? This isn't you doxing her. You doxed her when you threatened her and you tried to get her address and all that shit. You showing her picture is not doxing her. She took that from you.
And I heard her. And I was like, oh my God, I can't listen to her. She's drunk. I never heard her talk.
Molly, you're having a mental break with reality. She didn't drink. She didn't sound drunk. You're repeating this again? You did this in the stream I looked at last night. You went live and told everybody she was drunk and did his whole thing. What, 4 hours later, you did it again while I was in bed? So everyone else is sleeping and chilling and relaxing, and you're sitting here yelling at nonsense. I'm sorry, yelling at a picture of nonsense on your phone. Now Molly's got me thinking it's really her in the phone. And you're sitting here like conversating with her, talking about how she's drunk when she was sober as any person's ever been. She's sober as the day is long. You're scaring me.
She was drunk. And she's like, I'm not drunk. Or was she crying?
She was. Guys? Is that you? Is that you guys? Hello? Hello? Hey! Damn it. That sucked. Our entire house just lost internet. Our entire house just lost. It just came back. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Be back, baby. I think that the modem restarted because it was out literally for like a minute and a half, which is typically how long it takes. So what I was trying to pull up.
They're fucking rubbing their fucking clits, right? They're fucking, I'll send you an autograph fucking picture. They're fucking rubbing their fucking clits, right? They're fucking, I'll send you an autograph fucking picture.
Oh my God, it's perfect. Oh my God, it's so perfect. Oh, the memes, bro. I'm tweeting it. I'm tweeting it out. Oh my God, I have to see it again.
Picture. They're fucking rubbing their fucking clits, right? They're fucking right. I'll send you an autograph fucking picture.
How did you edit it so perfectly? How did you edit this so perfect? It literally, there's no cut. There's no cut. It just goes perfect together. I love it. I don't know if you guys saw this either, but I showed this. And it was Molly wearing, it's Molly, and she's got a mask of nonsense on her face, and she's going, mirror, mirror on the wall. Am I the better nonsense, or is nonsense the better nonsense? Cherie says, hello, it's me. I've been wondering if after all this time you'd like to meet me. Oh, man. What time is it, guys? Oh, my God. Is it almost 2 in the morning? Oh, no. Well, shit. Damn it, man. We were on a roll. We were on a roll. Let's see what else we got.
That's what I said. Okay. All right.
Molly, I wish you would just stop. I'm tired of this. I'm getting so tired.
I have no idea what Molly said about me in her live stream today because I don't watch her. Wow. You're the first person, Penelope, that
okay, we've seen this part.
actually lost interest.
Yeah, we've seen this. Oh, what did it do? Restart? We were at like 30. We were at the part where she freaking oh God, what else did she do?
Let me ask you a question. Has anybody been to my Instagram?
Molly, look, we don't hate you. We are just sick of you bullying people. You are a bully. Do I can, if I get real with her, it's not going to matter, is it?
Here's my Instagram.
I don't want to see your Instagram.
How many people do I follow on Instagram? Penelope, that's my Instagram.
This is what you're mad about, literally. Okay, well, look, guys, it's late, and I gotta, with my internet going in and out like that, it'll probably just happen again. And it's not my computer or anything. I've been working on my computer and getting things together. I really do think it's just, you know, my internet service is cutting in and out. It happens. It you know, there's no way to predict it. But really quick, I want to kind of give you a summary of what all happened, and then I'm gonna eat because I'm starving to death. So, let's go. I need a drink. All right. Okay, so I wasn't going to stream tonight. I was just going to take a night off. But then I started to realize there was some stuff out there, and it wasn't Molly. It was those posts from Penelope, and I wanted to react to it because it pissed me off that there was some blackmailing going on from what I saw. And that it was just, you know, I wanted to go live and thought, I'll only go live for like 45 minutes. And we'll just talk about this Penelope post and we'll get off there. I'll react to it. But by the time I started to get my stream together, I was given some video clips, and I was told when I scheduled my stream, thanks to Nick and everybody else, that there was this huge breakdown from Molly where she's screaming. Oh, one of the main reasons I was going to not stream tonight, I was going to do a little bit of additional editing work. I edited early today, and then I just chilled with everybody in Discord for a few hours, and I was going to edit some more. So that's why I didn't get a video up. Please a bit longer. I'm learning a lot. I'm new here. Well, I'll tell you what. Because it's almost 2 a.m., what I'll do tomorrow, I'll go live earlier tomorrow, and we'll do a long stream because I do need to also get up in the morning. I got stuff to do with the kids. I got stuff to do with Rachel, or else I would. I really would. And I'm so sorry because you know I want to. I'd love to just stream and stream and stream. It's my favorite thing to do. Always been like that. I'm always someone who starts a stream and I'll stream for like 8, 12, 16 hours. I've cut it down to like 4 to 6 hours though, because nobody could watch my replays when I did that. So, what we found though when I finally went live is that Molly had admitted to doxing nonsense, and Penelope, and I'll tell you how. So they had said that the night before they used the docs, the night before the docs came out. So this is like well before the docs happened, because nonsense was live and someone went into the chat and shared the docs in the side chat. And of course, if the night before Penelope and Molly are fudging around on Instagram with Nonsense's stuff, Molly did admit that she did that on Instagram because she had the docs. So, at rockAlot mods in chat, dank as Sean? I don't know what that means. I'd have to look it up. That mean dank show? Oh, thank you very much. No, thank you. And I appreciate you. I'm teaching myself Japanese. Did I tell you guys that? I'd like to learn some other languages, and I settled on Japanese. I've done 3 years of German and 1 year of French, but I don't remember any French. No, but thank you. I really appreciate you. But then after we realized that Molly and Penelope were the ones behind the docs, we then reacted to Molly viciously and in the most nastiest way to wield the docs as a weapon against nonsense. Now, I don't know if Molly will ever stop with the dumb kind of lies and bullshit around doxing. But whether or not you go and grab somebody's docs and you start looking it up and searching their stuff, you're doxing them. You are, for either malicious, obsessive, or whatever nasty or just negative reason, using their personal private data, exploiting their privacy to fuck with them. And so for someone to sit and say that it's not malicious, it's not doxing, if I don't get up and just give their phone number and their address on stream. No, if you admit that you and your friends are sitting around sharing around somebody's private information and doing it because you're upset or you're mad or you're pissed or whatever, you've already admitted to doxing. It's not that hard, right? But going to your YouTube channel and threatening somebody with their private information is a dox, right? You are giving them the fear of what you're going to do with trying to turn them into the cops. Maybe you're going to try to send people to their house, you know, like the SWAT team, or mess with their neighbors or slit their tires or whatever it is. You're putting a fear in them through the threats you make and fucking with their work, their businesses, or anything. Their jobs. Those things are doxing. The maliciousness of it. Of you using private information that you gained either by grabbing it from someone else who is sharing it, or by obtaining it yourself and giving it to other people. If you're assisting in the sharing of that private information, and you're using the private information to try and threaten or to put some type of fear in the person, you're doxing. And Molly did every form of doxing possible to Nonsense, and then tried to use Nonsense's picture to shame Nonsense and insult Nonsense, or put her down. And I'm sorry, but it's just, at some point, there has to be enough people that get together and make sure this stops. And we've got a plan. And we're going to go by YouTube's rules. We're going to go by the terms of service. We're going to, after Christmas, but before the new year, set a day, and we're going to hopefully get as many creators and and viewers to share the day and that we're going to go to Team YouTube on Twitter and tag them. And if they don't respond, if they don't do anything, we're going to do it every single week until they tell us, give us a response and tell us that they're not going to act on Molly, or that they're going to act on it and ban her, or whatever they're going to do. They are going to give us a response one way or the other. We've been waiting because I did submit a report to Team YouTube. That report could take months. But with Molly continuing this and just being as destructive as she can, we are going to get as many other YouTubers to help us until YouTube responds. We don't have a response from YouTube. If you go look at everything that's out there right now, because I've done it, the only thing we have is people trying to get a hold of YouTube and YouTube saying they're going to look into it. They have not come back and told anybody whether Molly is breaking the rules or the terms of service or whether she's not. And we're going to give Molly that. Now, Molly swears she's not breaking the rules. Okay, fine, good. You shouldn't be mad then. She swears she's not doing anything wrong. Okay, great. Then you won't get in trouble. But until we hear from Team YouTube, we won't have an answer. If they tell us that Molly can stay on the platform and she didn't break the rules, I'll come tell you. Now, we all know that's not what's going to happen. Again, this is the same. We've seen people dox like this before. They got banned. I've seen some people it take months. I've seen some people it take a few months. I've seen some people it takes 10 minutes. Right? I do know that YouTube's really busy right now. And I do know that a lot of people have a hard time getting a hold of them, though. That could tell us why it's taking us some time. Either way, all I want to do, though, is to thank those of you that choose to either subscribe and stay and come to my streams whenever you have time, or whether you decide to go follow my main channel, Unirock 2, and watch my uploads. That's my main bread and butter, so I hope you do subscribe there and turn on the bell. And because no matter what I do with live streaming, and no matter what I do playing games, no matter what I do with reacting, I'm going to always be uploading my main content to Unirock 2. And that way, if you guys really do want to support me, it's me respecting your time, giving you shorter uploads, 10 to 20 minutes, and trying to bring you entertaining content that revolves around the stuff we look at. So I really appreciate all of you. And then those of you that want to monetarily support us, you know how. PayPal link down below, Patreon link, the Cash App link, all that stuff's down in my description. If you're going to shop on Amazon this holiday season, use my Amazon link. The link is down below. And keep an eye out because I'm going to try to have a few more referral codes and other platforms that we upload to going into the first of the year, including the podcasting platforms. I just want to have some content when I go to podcast. I don't really see Molly as the best content ever. So anyway, I got to bring back my podcast. The one that I did for a year and a half back then when everybody first found me. I'm bringing back my podcast. That's what I want to do. 1 hour every time I do it. I don't know if it'll be 5 times a week or 3 times a week, an hour-long podcast, and my uploads. So let's get out of here. I should be here tomorrow. YouTube's supposed to pay us tomorrow. I got to pay some bills. I got to do some stuff. Got to do some shopping. So should be here tomorrow. Maybe I'll just jump on for 20 or 30 or 45 minutes tomorrow, you know? I'm just kidding. Next stream, it's going to be a good one, so I hope you come. We're going to finish out some of these videos. I might have some clips for you. And maybe we'll finally get a chance to look at some other topics, because there's a lot of good stuff going on out there. See you then. Peace. I'm out.